Halo guys, walaupun belum mulai, kita langsung live duluan aja guys, biar kagak kelamaan ya. Gue nggak usah istirahat deh. Hari ini kita full barbar, endurance stream, tidak istirahat ya guys ya. Kita sambil nunggu, boleh nonton yang lain nggak sih? Boleh sih harusnya guys. Sambil nunggu bro. Seru juga nih yang live siapa aja guys. Coba cek yang live siapa aja guys ya. Welcome to the live stream. Yang mau buka puasa silakan buka dulu. Jangan lupa yang mau buka puasa silahkan buka dulu guys ya. Lihat emailnya guys. Ini mari aja. Barajat dulu guys. Barajat dulu nih guys. Nih, nonton Barajat dulu aja guys ya. Oh, mukanya gini anjing Barajat.
Maaf guys. Habisnya kalian bilangnya di mading, Cok.
Bocil premium, ada iklan bang. Iklan apa, Cok? Iklan apa, guys? Gue udah nyalain media share lagi, guys. Belum kita mulai, guys. Ntar kalau udah mulai game sih, gue matiin media share-nya.
Kocak kalian. Kocak.
Gue udah live belum sih? Gue udah live kan, guys ya? Udah kan ya? Udah ya?
Batu gue nih. Let's go Robin kerja Robin.
Bang, aku coba sih. Udah ya? Halo.
Sebenarnya gue tahu guys. Gue pengen
Gue juga udah nyalain media share. Kemarin kan gue matiin tuh seharian guys. Sekarang kita nyalain guys. Sambil menunggu game mulai guys ya. Kalau lagi chill kita nyalain media share aja bro.
Oke, let's go. Tepung ikan itu. Taruh mana nih guys? Pilih sebuah kandang unggas untuk ditingkatkan. Oke. Oh, kalau ditingkatkan itu yang udah kita punya cuy rupanya. Alasan apa sih guys? Alasan apa sih?
Shin Godzilla apaan sih cok?
Gue tuh gak pernah alasan-alasan nih. Langsung kere lagi guys. Baru kayak dikit langsung kere lagi cok. Mana nggak ada gelembung? Katanya ada gelembung. Kelewatan kali. Oh iya bener ada. Nice.
Sambil nunggu ya guys ya. Bang, Smalen kapan? Hari ini kayak nggak Smalen ya guys.
Gelembung lagi cuy.
Schedule gua guys ya. Abis ini itu gua harusnya kan jam 7. Aduh, berarti schedule gua harus mundurin ntar guys.
Nice, naik level cok. GOD, nice banget.
Nah.
Tadi nggak kelihatan
Gua
guys.
harus mundurin berarti guys. Sabar,
Mancing
gua mundurin
cuan,
1 jam berarti guys ya harusnya guys.
Serba salah. Tadi katanya ada gelembung suruh mancing.
Kita mundurin 1 jam semua berarti ya.
Tadi ada gelembung.
Nanti kapan
mancing.
bang? Subuh dong.
Sekarang udah mancing katanya nggak cuan.
Kita ganti jam.
Jadi harus gimana?
8.30. 8.30 deh. Berarti ntar MCL kali guys ya. Ntar MCL cok.
Capek.
Bener guys. Deh. Apa guys? Ntar MCL kali aja. Gue diajak MCL lupa cok hari ini guys. MCL-an dulu kali ya? MCL kali guys ya? Sama Bang Winda kali ya? Ngajak anak J-Sport kali MCL guys ya?
Gua ambil palu aja dah. Nice. Nonton kamu maunya kamu live udahan start develop. Udahan aja nih. Udahan aja kali ya, udah mau buka juga cuy.
Ya aku lagi nonton, jangan udahan.
Gua batal, gua mau nyari kayu lagi sih sebenarnya.
Habis dari streamernya aja, streamer ngambekan. Sebut something global 1 kah Bang Rio?
Iya,
amin. Amin guys, nggak tahu sih tapi.
Lu lebih nyaman pakai keyboard aja. Iya. Gue paling nyaman pakai keyboard. Gue butuh satu scroll lagi teman-teman. Pro Dwarf level 2 susah banget ya. Dari mana sih itu? Pro Dwarf level 3.
Katanya istirahat bang. Gas aja langsung guys sambil nunggu. Ini udah berapa lama? Ini ntar loadingnya berapa lama? Oh belum ya masih ini ya. Coba.
Interview in the lobby, so make sure you don't miss that. And I'm gonna toss it over to the desk. So over to you, Victoria.
Ya udah.
Thank you, Jen. Woo! 2 games in the bag for RRQ. They pull themselves up with a win and a 2-0.
Tembang reject guys, tembang reject guys. Oke, nggak Sandy lagi main apa guys? Sandy guys, Sandy lagi live nggak Sandy? Ini nggak live ya Sandy. Bentar lagi mulai.
Speedrunner pakai keyboard cuy. Aduh sakit banget, astagfirullahaladzim. Makan lagi coy.
Jat, barbar bet anjing. Dah.
Wah, batu gua con 300. Aduh.
Oke bang, Paperrex menang. Belum main coba Paperrex. Ini makannya ikan gurami anjing.
Ngapa gue makan mentah-mentah ya, kan bisa dimasak coy.
Apa nggak makan jamur aja? Jamur banyak tuh nambahnya. Beneran something main kah bang? Amin, gue nggak tahu sih guys.
Rungkat guys.
Rungkat. Padahal nggak main Ragnarok Origin, emang seru ya? Agak nggak di endorse. Sore kacau, sore.
Gali-gali ini guys katanya dapatnya, cuman gue nggak tahu bener atau enggak ya, valid atau enggak gue nggak tahu cuy. Lah pedang gue hilang anjay. Dov.
Paling besok dimainin bang. Apa besok mainin guys? Sudah buka puasa kan? Udah buka puasa belum guys? Belum ya?
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Udah buka puasa belum guys?
Oh untung 300 doang. Falcon Baja. Falcon Baja ini bagus nggak guys? Level 8. Ribet deh, nggak usah. Ya nggak bisa mining lagi cok gua. Falcon Baja bagus. Buka bang, belum buka guys ya.
Belum, tapi udah makan sih.
Udah lagi
Ijat Aimlon.
Takdirkan kita untuk bersih cuy. Jangan.
Halo sayang, ih geli. Anjay, ini perkebunan apa nih Jat?
Ubi, tak perlu dibaje. Oke.
Ini perkebunan apa nih Jat? Kalau lihat Jat. Oh.
Besok udah selesai guys ya.
Halo Bang Rio, halo Freeze.
Obsidian sword gue mana? Jatuh. Saatnya meramban. Ada waktu guys, masih ada waktu.
Ada something ya Bang? Amin, gue nggak tahu cok. Kalau nggak ada gimana guys? Kalian kecewa nggak?
Abang pakai mod apa? Ada di deskripsi.
Bang Rio di tempat kamu petirnya kenceng nggak? Kenceng.
Jakarta
Kedengeran nih, kedengeran. Tapi nggak masuk mic karena kan ada ini. Enggak, sambil nunggu Paperrex cok, setengah jam deh kayak. Gue nggak tahu sih berapa lama guys countdown time-nya. Masuk suaranya guys. Berarti kenceng cok. Kapan kamu langsung ke Korea bang?
Menghabiskan hari dengan cara merapikan kebun.
Kalau ST main gantiin siapa bang? Nggak tahu makanya guys, nggak tahu.
Cepetin aja jamnya. Justru gue mau jamnya lama kocak.
Ini main dulu, kalau main kayaknya nggak boleh deh. Kalau main nggak boleh cow, nonton orang
Gila,
boleh.
Brando main Assassin's Creed. Kalian mau nonton gak guys? Surabaya udah buka, selamat berbuka. Kalian nggak kelihatan ya?
Turun.
Kalian nggak bisa ngeliat. Bener kocak ini. Di Steam kan temenan Steam. Dia memainkan game yang dia nggak bisa mainkan di channel utama.
Anjir, guys. Ada yang instastory gue guys.
Di channel utama.
Gue kurus banget anjing.
Pada caper.
Guys mau liat gue lagi kurus banget gak?
Pada mau disebut nama semua. Jadi nggak bisa enjoy.
Ini pengen lihat coba. Pindah, Asus,
Adik-adik sukanya FIFA
namanya?
Mobile.
Corsair 2 Heroes. Ini ada guanya ya? Rijat. Oh, ini. Kurus banget gak guys? Mau liat gak? Mau liat guys? Gue kurus banget anjing. Anjay. Cok, kurus banget gue, cok. Ini berat gue kayak 78 atau 79 deh, 78 deh. Anjay. Anjas. Ini belum kenal mukbang nih guys. Anjing, muka gue kecil banget ya. Rambut sih mirip-mirip sih. Dulu gue rambutnya emang begitu guys, sebelah dua. Tuh ke kanan, tuh ke kiri. Sama sebenarnya tuh. Belum kenal paper. Kayak ada tuh lagi nih pakai baju pink. Tapi ini kurus banget anjing. Ini beratnya berapa ya gue guys ini guys? 7, kayak 80 di bawah 80 deh ini berat badan gue guys. Pas ini guys kayak gini guys. Sekarang BB berapa? Sekarang 90-an. Hampir 100 gue udah turun. Terus lagi bang, kalau kurusin susah guys. Bagusin badan pengen ya. Itu masih di wesin gak ya? Masih. Nonton vlog Paperrex boleh nggak ya? Boleh kali ya? Boleh kali ya? Bro, 250.000 USD total price bro.
You can never sleep in traffic, 'cause living steady panic. So sit down, listen, think for a minute. Though it might be hard, 'cause you're uneducated. Break down, face it, breathe for a minute.
The Indians came right.
I thought it's kept here.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, the cake should be here.
Lo tau di Korea enak banget loh.
Yes, a lot. What?
He won't grow taller.
Secret?
Secret.
Why?
Jason kayak warlock
Okay,
Korea.
one.
5 cm.
Siamo.
Where the 5 cm so we didn't choose.
Secret. Secret lah.
Can't tell. Wanna get married yet?
No lah, what the fuck? Very young. Is that your wish, Alex?
I don't even have a girlfriend. I don't even get married, bro.
Iya, Alex belum punya pacar tau gue.
Yeah.
Korean girlfriend?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Selamat ulang tahun. Selamat ulang tahun.
Yeah, what do you wish for?
Okay. Win.
Amin!
Bang, kalau Sleepyhead Studio jadi apa bang? Jadi head of e-sport gitulah.
3.
Yay!
Dia nge-vlog, dia ngurusin program-program e-sportnya banyak.
I'm a big boy.
We're making Paperrex egg today.
Paperrex X. See you there. It's all 18 and over content, stuff that
we wish we could say, but we can't say. Find us on the new channel coming soon.
Yeah, like we don't have pens, right? Wait, here?
Gila enak banget ya Korea tuh guys. Jalan-jalan malam gitu.
Kreasikan menu Ramadan baru.
Maaf ya aku skip
bersama
ya.
Nutella.
Maaf ya aku skip ya.
Cafino,
Banyak.
pasti rasa kopinya, pasti berkah puasanya.
Oh nggak bisa di skip cok. Unskippable. Lawan detonation.
Okay, how do you respond to that?
Minimal premium
You don't
anjing gue
respond to
diomelin.
trash?
Tuh bajunya sama, lihat baju sama dong. Punya nggak lo? Ah? Punya nggak lo? Punya nggak lo? Ah?
How do I feel? Excited!
Kan 2-1 2-0 kok menang. Jing nih bos. Jing nih bos.
Here comes Jing. He's starting to wake up. Hot hands onto the spike, and that's all he really needs. He even finds the last headshot. What a...
Adios muchachos.
Okay, Ilya Petov.
Weh, bos gua nih.
Wah, perfect timing wah.
Anthem as well. Going in for a peek, and Bankai onto a one-on-one. He's bagging for that teammate. Oh, a bit of a kick crash, but Anthem with the ace.
Salek marah ntar serem deh. Gue mau lihat coba. Gue belum lihat sih mereka marah.
Now maybe the fourth, but the fight holds it down. One more player, one more click, set free. Just biting time. Seeker sound and confirms it. The fight gets it halfway. He's sticking it. No way. Gets up at the right time. The fight. 13 to 11. Paperrex.
What happened on your room, man? Judo, man. First time on official. First day, warm-up day. Their team is like very slow. I almost fell asleep.
We thought we almost got comeback, but surprisingly, Birdie helped me plus 2 rounds in a row, and we managed to decline the comeback. But yeah,
Anjay.
Oh, Saji? Very bad with selfie. Oh, me too. Okay.
Ciela.
How am I supposed to do W? All one, all
She can rock it on.
Okay, I guess.
Cie, Davai nggak ada. Udah punya pacar guys, Davai guys. Pacarnya di Malai.
Bye-bye.
Oh, wait, there's another family here.
Pacik nih bos, aset Lantern nih bos.
Number 7.
It's funny. I think I have to learn.
Ini masih senang-senang guys, ntar pas kalah cok.
No, I have to play up more, I think, on defense. If you play like that, disaster, man. I think it's the first time ever. Jesus, so sad.
I wanna go back and eat.
Ini Bang Andi. Swipe gua.
You ready? 3. What are you doing? Okay, don't move.
Ini apartemennya, oh di apartemen mereka ya. Saya kira kocak banget, heran dia emang kocak orangnya sumpah. Gue ketemu dia di Bali kocak banget cok orangnya cok. Di Cigarettes tuh emang paling kocak. Aaron paling diam, udah gitu doang. Davai kocak juga, Jason paling nggak bisa diam, Jing diam bet. Jing paling diam orangnya. Kalau sama Jason doang dia berisik. Oh dia udah di sini udah lama ya.
Oh, in the patin! In the patin!
I can't answer.
Ilya masih muda ya?
Oh iya,
Ilya masih muda sih Ilya, gue aja nggak tahu Ilya udah.
No way lah, Jason.
This one no way lah, let's go.
Hey, what are you doing, Jason? You're just embarrassing yourself.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Wait. Then he's not even trying, dude.
20 tahunan masih, waduh mantap sih.
Try it, Jason.
Too strong, man. Oh, Ilya.
Oh, Ilya, let's go. 2, 3.
Ini kok Alek dia nge-gym cok, Alek nge-gym gak akan kalah dia.
Holy shit.
let's go!
Juga respon juga, Cok. Alex Kenji masa kalah?
Aku lagi draw, man. Okay lah. Why, Jason?
Dano ini.
Jason.
Wait.
Tunjuk tik aja.
You know what we should do? We should challenge stacks. I didn't get me. Stacks so small.
My life
It's like
so boring. Cannot do anything. Only good at game.
Mereka kalau misalnya gini mereka kemana ya guys ya?
Okay guys, let's go choose where I need to go. A or B? They never go A.
A or B, but they never go in.
Nothing versus nobody.
Ilya, what is this? Match MVP, match MVP, match MVP, match MVP.
Team MVP 3.
Hey.
Let's go here.
Easy?
Yes. Yes sir.
Let's go bos. Gua nggak sabar liat dia main sih, Cok.
They're very far.
Gua sejak ngeliat klip dia yang headshot gila gitu gua langsung ngefans anjir.
You have to look.
Hair buff, look.
Look at this, bro. What is this, bro?
Enak banget nih makan susu guys. Halo Asep, welcome.
Shit, everyone queuing Baskin Robbins.
I think this is the last time I'm gonna eat ice cream, bro. Been eating heavy, eat ice cream. Now how to lose weight like this?
Ain't happening, bro.
I guess.
Sedapnya. Who is this? Akatsuki?
Actually, he looks like he looks like some character from the anime.
Akatsuki.
Shinra Tensei.
Oh yeah, that's him.
Pain.
Pain siya.
Penting milih prosi bang, iya sih. Ini pas. Minimal premium deh kan ntar lagi nih. OC premium. Yang Alex marah-marah ya guys ya. Pas ini. Emang mainnya jelek banget sih guys.
You're excited to finally play on the stage, Ilya? Feel any different or is it still the same?
Same old. You never listen to me guys. That's why we always lose.
Sedih lagi lagunya, Cok.
Before he finds Envy. 4 members left. It's gonna be dangerously low. Benkai starting to cheat forward. No stopper now gonna come out. Benkai gets the collat. Suddenly, Jing. Oh, not gonna be able to make it happen.
It's half time. What do you think?
If HyperX now didn't pistol around, very easy game.
We're gonna try to find some value. Gets
We lost the pistol.
tries to get up into heaven. Ends up getting taken down. Stay down onto the plant spot. Up over the top. Spots them both. The Jing strikes them down. The showstopper was out the fake. Not quite jumping out the window. He drops down, but the covering fire comes through. Forsaken. Dead on the floor. Egg on his face. Benkai looking for the drop up. No. Lands right there on the windowsill. Finds him. We might just be having this OT come through if Envy can get the clutch. 6 bullets! He swings, and that will be the defuse and the map win. Going the way of Paperrex.
Yes!
Go. Ебать. Просто ебать. Well, where they go A? We got no plan to go A, right? They went A.
What were you thinking when you did the satchel and got an ult?
I didn't see anyone, so I had to chase all the way.
Let's go. Okay, let's go, GG. You want me to follow you? And
No,
report? Huh?
no, go away.
Fish. Hey.
High-low setup. Both players taking quite a bit of damage. Display attention by Envy!
Gila sih, Cok. Nah, ini gila banget, Cok.
A 4K for him with the Sheriff! Anything. Pushes through. So close to find them. Pitches one. Backs out of the smoke. Finds the other. But now too low.
Lagunya sedih banget apa ya? Karena lagi sedih begini, Cok, nonton ya.
Does he get it? Yes, he does!
Snake bites. 3 targets to hit, and they are everywhere. That's it.
Try to block off. He swings out. He finds one, but now he's done. The counter swing is in. And Jesse Bash will be the finisher. 13-11 the scoreline again.
Fucking they play like fucking pussy. Oh, you swing. Since when they fucking do that in practice? Okay.
Anjir, marah mampus.
Dude. No, but it's fucking the way they're calling. They play so different in practice. The speed is gonna be shit for sure.
I think it's okay. We just need to win a pistol.
Just need to somehow get the pistol.
Yeah. Win the pistol.
Yang potong gitu.
Shit, from dia didn't last ini.
Oh, udah siap nih. Dikeramasin nih. Jason nyengir mulu Jason.
Last one.
Sorry. Yeah.
Let's go, boy. Good luck, Alex. Have fun.
Thank you. Me? Yeah, it's not fun.
Funnel one after the other. Terrain takes us to 5v4. It's another corner. Take it down.
Nah, nih.
So clean from him. Up with a flash. Finding one. Hold it. Again. Up with a flash.
Oh, anjir. Cok, ini omelnya, Cok. Wah, ini seru nih, guys. Seru nih, guys. Tapi kok Aaron lagi lemes banget kayak hari itu ya?
It's okay. Got a lot of
That's
in my pocket here.
See ya.
I will play. Yes.
You'll play?
Yes. Of
Really?
course, yes.
Damn.
It's secret, but yeah, I will play.
Okay.
Let's go!
Side of Paperrex is somebody that we expect a lot more of. It's their controller in Mind Freak, and unfortunately, we have not been seeing the same impact plays that we've been seeing.
Kalau udah gugur bang, kagak ada gugur coy, itu bukan gugur-guguran guys, ini main ini.
Yeah, I mean Mind Freak only had a 90 average damage per round in their previous match. That's not
Mind Freak tuh lagi kurang perform, nggak tahu kenapa guys, kita lihat coba ya.
Suggest, I almost said something. It would suggest previously, you know, that's an abysmal performance, and Mind Freak, especially on that split, was really absent. He was left on his own a lot on split to kind of hold down the anchors and stuff like that, and he just couldn't get it done.
Mind Freak tuh lagi bener-bener lagi turun, beda sama di Master ya guys ya. Aaron lagi turun, lagi kurang perform. Pas di Master kan beda guys, pas di Master bro. Di Master gila lah tuh range-nya.
Not good. So I need to see him be a little bit more effective. He did have some, you know, good moments here and there.
Lagi kurang guys nih
he was put in tough positions and wasn't able to lock it down like you see with some of the really good
controllers. Parah di bawah banget.
He isn't quite there as one of our controllers that start with M.
Pas detonation juga kurang ACS lah guys. 2 game kurang guys ya. Lagi stres bisa jadi, lagi kurang ini, lagi kurang sehat mungkin bisa jadi. Tuh ACS lagi turun banget guys, 130 doang anjir.
We're looking for that return to form, and unfortunately, it does feel like he's been a little bit more out of sorts compared to the others. So we're hoping that that is going to be fixed and that we continue to see, you know, strong impact plays from this guy, because like he mentioned, you know, you throwing Mako's name out there and whatnot. That is a role we can absolutely take over.
Thank you Om Rijat, selamat berbuka viewersnya Om Rijat ya guys ya. Ada kalanya manusia di atas di bawah bang, nggak mesti melalui jago. Betul banget sih guys. Itu nggak salah.
and 5 and 15. So I'll tell you,
Welcome, Om Rijat Imalano.
15 kills and he got 5 in like kind of the controller versus sentinel or controller versus controller matchup. So that's like on the backside of things. Rijat
Imalon.
In that series against
Rijat
so like, there was
Imalon.
not much to hang your hat on for Mind Freak that went well. He did okay
Anjir jahat kalian ya.
versus Envy and Jeremy.
Kalian memang jahat ya, blok.
Otherwise, like when it came to kind of those late game scenarios where he needed to clutch it out, or if he was like I was talking about,
Kalian jahat blok.
as kind of an anchor on the other side of the map or something, he couldn't get it done.
Yeah, so I do hope Mind Freak gets his mind in order for today. Sorry, I'm just gonna make these kind of these things. That's what casters do. Okay, so you know when Paperrex hinted about something, they
Kamu coba Djaja, bukan.
I was also a bit surprised.
Aku adalah kekuatan kembar.
Now with the addition of something on the roster, how does that change your predictions? Do you think this heightens their chances?
Berikan listrikmu ke dunia.
Well, I mean, we're both going. We're again. It's he and I together, and you're split away from us here, and that's.
Kekuatan kembar.
I really don't even know at this point. I feel like this makes my prediction a little bit stronger, but this is such an unexpected curveball that maybe it offsets things a little bit for T1 once they get into the game. I mean, maybe
Bang, nggak ada iklan lagi, Bang.
Such an incredible performance.
Emang mau iklan lagi, guys?
I really don't.
Mau top tahu, langsung aja ke Winda Top Up. Toko top up game milik Winda Basudara ini pastinya udah aman, cepat, dan terpercaya loh. Buka setiap hari mulai dari jam 9 pagi sampai jam 9 malam. Kalau mau top up, tinggal klik link WA yang ada di profil Instagram Winda_top up, teman-teman. Admin kita yang udah ramah-ramah pastinya udah siap untuk ngisiin koin kalian loh. Untuk gamenya bisa top up apa aja, Bang.
So what is that going to look like? How is he going to be able to continue to put up big numbers? Is he even going to be playing duelist?
Duh, panas banget nih. Siang hari begini, gila teriknya matahari. Ngapain enaknya ya? Aha, aku tahu solusinya. UC 1000, minuman islamic drink yang sehat banget, cocok buat kamu loh. Tampil dengan banyak rasa, tapi favoritku ini yang mango.
Now I know you guys are the experts at the University of VCT
Aduh,
Pacific,
ketahuan.
but I think this increases the chances of Paperrex winning. Because if there's anything that Paperrex does well, it's unpredictability, and they just threw that in. With that, the stage is ready to go. We're ready to open the show, and I'm so excited to see what's going to happen. Let's go check it out.
Apa nih? Apa nih, Cok? Oh, udah entrance guys. Nice. Bengkai cosplay pas playoff, guys. Pas biasa nggak cosplay. Something please, something like you.
Face.
Let's go. Aku menunggu something, yeah. Apakah something akan dimainkan? Ijing masih bermain.
Let me intro you guys to something today because something is brewing for VCT Pacific.
Wes, something.
Well done. You have my seal of approval.
Ah, katanya main beneran.
My dad joke seal of approval.
Yes.
Jing.
Hey, Jing.
Whoa.
There he is. It's
Wow.
his debut.
Ilya.
Stylish pants as well.
Let's go.
First ever Pacific walkout. But again, I am so incredibly curious as to what this means for the in-game plan for who
Kita lihat nih,
The one
bos.
thing that I will say that
Ganti Jason nih, Bro.
I think is
Please
good
ganti Jason, guys. Jason nggak main dulu.
Paperrex are willing to make a very big overarching change to try to.
Please Jason nggak main,
Whether
bro.
or not that works.
Dava yang main, berarti Jason nggak main, Cok.
But it does show that.
Benkai ganti Benkai. Enggak, Benkai pasti main, guys. Benkai GL, Cok.
And that's what's been.
Oh, we're just gonna keep doing this.
He didn't even do that on purpose.
I genuinely didn't even do that on purpose.
I know he didn't. I can tell.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of person.
He doesn't make these jokes.
No, I don't.
Oh no.
But they're doing that, and I think that is a very good
Benkai nggak main bener, Cok.
So whether or not this works, I just at least appreciate being able to break away from what they have been doing for the last, you know, year and a half or so. To try to
Iya, BG nggak main tuh. Igel siapa ya? Davai berarti Igel aja. Igel Davai berarti.
Jet, you know, you put something on Jet, you put Jing on Raze.
Does Forsaken go back on Yoru?
Yeah, and then you run like Fade Omen or something. I don't care. Just something wild, something crazy.
Godspeed the tasteless if that happens.
Yes, no, just get ready, buckle up, because you know no one's gonna be able to know what the heck is going on. It almost feels
Bro, kaget tuh bang. Apaan kok kagak tahu sumpah guys. Gua nggak dikasih bocoran yang main siapa, Cok.
We gotta go faster. We gotta press W harder, baby, or whatever. You know.
Let's go, Ilya. Let's go, Ilya. Gak duelis kagak. Si Jason kayak feeling bener kan feeling gua kan. Jason ganti role pasti guys. Jason pakai Sentinel. Tahu sama gua. Jason Sentinel. Coba lihat ya, kita lihat ya. Jason main apa guys? Sentinel kalau nggak inisiator guys. Udah dua itu doang.
Obviously, you know, you think about Paperrex.
Gua mau lihat something ya bro. Gila apa dia mainnya coy?
Back into the meta. Yep. But you think about them playing that and having that controlled chaos where the enemy team just doesn't know where you're coming from at any given moment.
Bikin voting bang. Oke, kita voting guys ya. Kira-kira Jason main apa? Initiator atau Sentinel atau duelis? Ayo guys, coba tebak-tebakannya guys. Pura-pura kaget, gue kagak tahu guys, sumpah guys. Gue nggak tahu, gue tuh dibilang walaupun orang Paperrex, orang dalam Paperrex, tapi gue kagak tahu mau dia mau bawa pakai apa, dia mau pakai agent apa, gue mana tahu.
You know, according to plan so far, 4T1, so Icebox.
Sentinel menurut gue guys.
Yeah, not too surprising there. Haven here from Paperrex, okay.
T1 have looked very clean on Haven,
exactly.
So this makes sense. Solo with 2 wins.
Duelisnya si something, Cok. Something Jing duelis, 2 duelis.
Yeah, this map I think makes a lot of sense to me for T1.
Roam bang, roam matamu roam.
Steady pick and has very much found its place in the meta for pretty much every single team.
Tapi inisiator ngasih bang soalnya biar fleksibel.
I mean, talking about fast and loose with a lot of duelist potential, Fracture is that map.
Yeah, this is interesting, especially since Fracture didn't go so good last time.
Inisiator kayak Kayo gitu ya.
Split, of course.
Something Kayo, something nggak mungkin Kayo. Something tuh Jetnya guys, gila Jetnya something. Coba pasti main Jet dia.
We saw only bangers on Split, as we all know, and Lotus the decider here. So yeah,
that's not true. There was not a
Lotus.
Oh well, okay, that's true. I mean, here in Pacific, we don't count the sub-regions.
That's fair.
In the main region.
In the real.
Oh, udah ngepick ya?
Yeah.
Agent pick mereka. Ini si saya player mejanya tinggi banget anjir. Mainnya begini dia, Cok. Enak apa main gini guys ya?
That's all I really care about.
We've seen double duelists before on it. I think it's unlikely, but just given the roster from Paperrex, you would expect that it's going to be coming through here. I mean, we saw what the Phoenix come out from them the last time they played.
Jago siapa bang? Jago, lumayan jago semua guys. Saya player jago.
Please.
I do not want to see that.
Muncin jago Muncin.
We're close.
Okay.
At least we get a Phoenix.
But it is going to be Forsaken playing the KJ.
Oh
so
wow.
This is the change-up. Something
is Killjoy kan? Tuh kan Killjoy kan? Killjoy kan?
Ah! That bumps Forsaken back
bro, nggak percaya lu.
This is quite interesting. I mean, I guess that makes a lot of sense.
Udah gue bilang dia bakal main Sentinel, guys.
I kind of figured it might be something since he was the one coming in, but that also leads me to believe that is it Forsaken who's going to be calling the shots for this game.
I don't know. It's curious.
Killjoy duelist bang.
But as soon as we find out, I'm very curious to see who it's going to be. But I'm.
Oke, kita lihat guys. Apakah Jason guys? Gue penasaran banget. Apakah Jason dari yang tipe barbar gaming banget, bisakah Jason mengganti playstyle dia dengan Sentinel yang nyantai, jaga side, cari info, jaga side, bunuh, off angle, bunuh. Apakah bisa guys? Gue penasaran guys ya.
Well, I am not glad because I would have loved to see triple. You know what I want? I want triple duelist. Yoru has to be one of them, and then Gecko, and then Viper. That's my dream comp.
William wants 3 Yorus. I'll get right to the point. We just can't have that. We've got an incredible match coming up here. T1 obviously.
Bukannya agak kesulitan ya bang? Gue berharap sih si Jason bisa ganti playstyle guys ya. Emang harus ganti playstyle guys. Jason itu emang dia kan agresif playstyle. Nah ini kalau udah main Sentinel nggak bisa agresif bro. Harus main utility kan.
the pride of
Kayak Lemimor gitu mainnya guys, santai. M-nya bagus tapi main santai.
Coming in, right? I mean, this is a player that everyone around the world has had their eyes on because of just purely the numbers he's been putting up over in Challengers Japan. Now he's on the big stage with an amazing team, PRX, who's had such strong colors around them about, you know, the whole W gaming idea. Now he's at the
Higher player versus
something.
something.
For PRX, can that change things against T1? Now,
Ini pick
T1,
Paperrex ya?
they've been actually extra clean whenever they've played.
Oh, picknya T1 cowok, fracture Paperrex anjir.
Maps, right? Carpe kind of double teaming with Zeta to gain info and then rotate around. Curious to see how that plays out today as well.
Let's remember, PRX is known for being explosive, for being aggressive, but is that going to cause any overextensions? T1 has really tightened up their gameplay overall as we go here into map 1 on Pearl.
Okay, so Saya purposely staying away from the wall, and this is Munchkin just trying to bait out everything just for Saya. Saya wants one kill, he's greeting it, he's got to dash out.
Nice, bukan? Lihat tuh. Something dapat satu.
Some damage
Rotate. Lihat Jason guys. Jason main flank. Jason cari info. Ini gitu dong, mainnya santai, nggak usah buru-buru, bro. Something dapat satu tiba-tiba nih. Dari mana lagi dapat yang nggak kelihatan, cok? Dapat satu lagi, hit. Something orang Rusia, cok.
They should be able to secure the site relatively safely.
Nice!
Oh,
something dapat satu lagi.
Aduh. Alright, we see
Nice!
There. He's taken out by Ching, leaving only intro left right now in a 1 versus 3.
Aduh,
intro
anjir.
does drop 1. Jing is gone. Intro at 30% HP around the corner.
Aduh.
Shot is fired. He takes out 2.
Only 5 HP though. He needs to get ahead.
Nice!
Oh,
yeah.
Before I could even finish my sentence.
A lot. It sounded like you got shot back there.
Yeah.
He needs to get ahead. Shut up. Great round there. Actually came down to the wire.
Something udah 2 kill aja, cok.
Looking very good, but unfortunately not enough to take out that final player with only 5 HP here.
Oh, lihat tuh. Nih orang gila guys. Lihat guys. Lu lihat ntar mainnya guys ya. Lu lihat guys nih orang guys. Tuh. Ini orang gila, cok. Lu lihat si something, cok. Flick shotnya gila, cok. Percaya sama gue, guys. Gila, guys. Belum pakai vandal nih dia nih. Udah vandal langsung, guys ya.
The calling for this team, of course, like the desk has said, we'll have to confirm after the games are over on who exactly is IGLing now that Benkai is out of this map.
Apa nih technical?
He did have a technical pause here.
Well, now we're going to have more time to speculate about who's IGLing on Paperrex without solid information.
So let's
lag, apa ngasih lag? Aduh, technical apa nih?
Exactly the issue is going to be.
Oh, si Jason, kenapa Jason tuh?
Starting round here. PRX they came into
Something lebih ke nggak gerasak gerusuk bang, meskipun duelis sih iya ya. Something tuh mainnya rapi guys. Tau gue tuh dia main kompe, main apapun dia mainnya rapi guys. Gak yang masuk dar gitu loh. Cari info bunuh guys dia guys. Tipenya.
But obviously one round, there's not a whole lot more to talk about in regards to that. T1, in the last 2 weeks, they've looked very clean.
Something dulu tim mana bang? Tim Jepang, Tengoku Gaming.
Each time they're here on the stage.
Love Ryojaya, itu apa guys? Apa gua? What the hell? Kenapa gua, Cok? Kenapa ada gua? Halo. Gua ada nama gua, Cok. Itu siapa? Kata gua enggak. Apa itu, guys? Itu siapa, guys? Kok ada nama gua? Ada kayak tarik gua, guys. Nonton padahal cuma 1.000. Anjing gua ngakak sumpah, Cok. Sakit perut gue anjing, bangke. Salah. Duh, panas banget nih. Siang hari begini. Viewers lu itu bang. Kagak lah. Lagi dong. Oh ini pacarnya Davai, gue kenal. Gue kenal guys, yang kanan gue kenal guys. Itu pacarnya Davai, gue kenal. Itu pacarnya Davai, gue kenal guys. Namanya lupa lagi. Pokoknya itulah. Karena pacarnya Davai, gue kenal guys. Gue udah ketemu. Apa namanya ya? Anjir gue lupa, Cok.
And yeah, definitely if you can come down, see the players, cheer them on.
Now the question becomes, you mentioned T1 and the Des mentioned it as well, right? T1.
Akhirnya gue debut di VCT guys, nama gue. Anjir bagus banget tulisannya bro. Lihat tuh Jing, lihat tuh. Jing tuh fans ceweknya banyak banget coy.
Started to play a much more utility.
Place for Rizat Imalano, bawel.
Traditional textbook Valorant, right? Get in.
Luna namanya Luna, tadi namanya Luna guys. Pacar David namanya
then
Luna.
rotate, right? Take space one step at a time, and that's been working well for them so far. Now T1, one of the 4 teams still undefeated here in VCT.
Terus saya player kalau dicek bahunya nggak sakit apa ya guys ya?
Already took the loss last
Nggak sih,
week.
dia kan cek bahunya begitu gimana guys ya mainnya begini anjir.
That same scratch on T1's armor.
And it's
Itu guys mainnya guys
the
anjing.
most interesting and unique development in the tournament so far was, the ground-breaking moves from Team Secret here, and I think, as weeks come,
Kayaknya fans lu cowok bang.
Exactly how good Team Secret is right now. They are
Gimana guys ya, nggak apa-apa lah. Guys, yang penting nama gue udah go internasional bro. Nama gue go internasional, you understand or no?
Of VCT Pacific is the fact that the Korean teams are so far consistently very, very dominant.
Yeah, and part of it is again just
itu kayak bukan orang Indo nggak ya? Kayak bukan orang Indo deh.
Traditional, and that's great. Now obviously when you're
Nama gue udah di Korea coy, udah ada coy. Walaupun kecil cuma segini kan, walaupun segini nggak apa-apa.
For today, T1, how do they potentially have to maneuver around the style of Paperrex? Meanwhile, Paperrex, have they changed anything, or is this just extra firepower on top of their original speed and power?
The budget round here,
Nice Jason.
and so far
Nice
so good here for
Oh,
PRX.
Jason mainnya sekarang ngeflank sendiri guys.
That Marshall player there from Seapaaku and just continuing to make some progress. We never really expect to
Nice
get
play.
a 1-1 with that.
Sekarang kalau jetnya dia cok, mainnya nggak terlalu gerasa gerusuk guys. Jason lurker cok, dia ngeflank.
Spike plant right away over here at B.
Oh, he's trying to greet for this kill.
Aduh, kok Jason nggak dapet sih?
Munchkin actually wins that with a classic.
That's crazy. It was like he just had the right pattern to move out and then move back in. And the shots were never really synced. The crosshairs could never really quite center again. Something takes out Carpe, leaving only Intro and Munchkin around.
Now Munchkin does pick up that Bulldog, so he's considering trying to fish for a couple extra kills here to see what he can get on their exit. Mind Freak also gonna make a safe.
Nice fight.
Divide actually answers back. Divide
Rapi mainnya rapi.
back because he had a sheriff, so even if he dies, nothing too big loss. He actually trades it back up for the Bulldog and Paperrex.
Bro, something di boot langsung 4-1 bos.
And now we go into that oh so important match 3 here. So we're gonna get some more Phantoms and Vandals.
Kalau BK nggak main, ntar cosplay dong bang. Main lah. Main mungkin guys nanti guys.
Not effective at all. And one by one, we slowly saw PRX come through and take these T1 players out.
Yeah, and let's not forget to mention that. I mean, Saya player always good for one with the Marshal, but this
Gila nih orang emang ya.
he's not able to land the shot.
Debutnya aja udah begitu guys mainnya guys.
Now, last
Penasaran coy, kasih lihat something dong, crosshairnya. Tuh, gue dia gila coy, headshotnya tuh dia headshot masin guys, headshot masin guys ya. Kemarin berantakan, nah ini mainnya rapi banget guys tuh, santai pelan tuh guys. Lu mainnya pakai strat sini guys, sumpah nih main lihat.
But they are playing much slower, and they're also seeing group. That's again because
mainnya slow gitu loh.
They've got Jing probably going to be leading up here in the front. The turret is now out over here, perched up, ready to alert them when the B site is going to be taken. This is not going to be contested right away. Instead, it's probably going to be more about a retake, especially as we see the Phoenix ulti is procced.
Yep, the run it back, I think T1 absolutely expecting this, right? They just empty the site right away, just trying to buy time with the Killjoy utility. Meanwhile, Saya player has checked a main. Now he will be rotating back just to see if there's any deep lurks, and Zeta actually gets an early pick onto Jing.
Yeah, something lurking back over here is spotted there with the flash. And T1 is now going to try to come in here for the reclaim. And beautiful shot there. Something trades out 1-to-1 as Zeta picks him off.
Yeah, Zeta just half a beat faster than something was expecting. A good high tide to get an advantageous angle here for T1.
Beautifully done. Forsaken takes Munchkin out. The smoke is kind of overlapping there on the spike. Intro, the only one remaining here. It's a 1-versus-1. Mind Freak on the other side fires some shots. The wall dissipates.
Let's go, baby!
Good. And Mind Freak brings this up 3-0.
A huge win. Even if he can't get alive, I mean, these were all recycled weapons on the
Nggak ada
side.
Kayak GL siapa bang? Davai.
They can now buy up on the other side for T1. I mean, they can't. I mean, yeah, they could try to get half armors, but wouldn't be the best of ideas.
Oke, siap lawan DREX nih ya. Siap.
And a lot of this
DREX maju sini. DREX maju sini. Itu udah siap, bro.
Try to sneak through on the cove to get an early pick. He actually walks by.
Igal tuh apa bang? In-game leader. Kalau misalnya RRQ tuh dulu Vin gitu loh. Evo, Psychot, Kapten. Ini kaptennya si Davai dulu guys sementara. PNK kemana bang? Diganti dulu guys. Sub.
Two picks early. This is not the round to use it. They're more concerned about just securing one of our old doors. We just saw the mini map.
Yeah, there's a lot of
info saya player. Dia main B terus mereka guys. B tuh post play-nya enak cok kalau tag.
B's gonna be the target unless they do try to U-turn around this.
I mean, T1's just gonna they secured the orb on A main.
Lihat Jason.
They rotate shift over to B because they hear noise. They bought enough time with the Viper toxic screen. Now the only difference is Munchkin still
waktu masih panjang Son.
Okay, pop flash over there. They're gonna come in here, try to scout layers upon layers of walls over here onto the B site. It looks like PRX continues to
nice
move.
banget something.
Beautifully done. Takes Carpe out.
Oh, and Carpe had one job to try to hold on to backside, but he can't. And Paperrex are starting to turn things up to 11.
Oh, Munchkin so
nice.
nimble, but there's just
Forsaken,
too many players out. He's gonna sneak up.
No.
It's time.
No, Forsaken.
Forsaken takes Munchkin out in a humiliating fashion.
I mean, listen, Paperrex got knifed last
Kena mental, bos. Kena mental di pisau tuh.
Well, too bad, T1, you're up next, so we take our vengeance out on you.
Sorry, man. This
is something jago banget guys. Lihat 72 cok.
Well, if
lu lihat cok something cok. Udah gue bilang nih orang sakit guys M-nya guys. Kalau nggak mungkin top 1 Asia anjir dia. Igel siapa bang? Davai. Wah, POV Ryojaja dicucuk iya sih. Ini hari berbahagia banget guys. Menangnya cepet, menangnya santai, slow, nggak buru-buru. Tambah lagi nama gue muncul ya di Korea ya.
This is the style they play defensively. They will always get early information and then force a hard rotate to shift their weight. And this time they're doing it off the back of the Viper's pit. And Paperrex, because of the pit, they weren't prepared to jump on it right away. They weren't prepared to pounce on it. All they wanted as well was actually the ult orb. So they'll happily rotate. But the problem with the pit now means that T1 they don't actually have control of A main. They're just blocking it off. So they cannot shift entirely over to the B site.
Okay, they begin to creep over here into B. On the far end is Siapaaku. That first click. And it connects something. Clipped on the dome before he can fall
Okay, guys.
Siapaaku again. He's always good with these scopes. Earlier he whiffed on the Marshal, but he gets his revenge with the Operator. No. Attacker lockdown used just to try to clear out a B link here, but it doesn't actually gain them control of the site.
Kalah.
Yeah, they're not into B yet.
Kalah sama OP guys. Something nggak ada langsung ini ya guys ya.
They're gonna have to try to force. It's possible that T1 may have iced them out enough that now they're gonna be almost like walking into that house at home alone here. Oh, beautifully done. Carpe gets the kill.
Paperrex has to. They can't.
Iko aja bro.
No, they have to save. They cannot try to greet these kills. Well, okay.
Or Mind Freak can kill them all.
Yeah, prove me wrong, Mind Freak. He's like, well, I'm not greeting if I'm just killing them right away. So.
Okay, so the first win there for T1, a narrow victory as the spike was marooned over to B, and not enough time in that round.
Oke, dapat 3 guys, lumayan guys. Oke, nice try.
All right, well. The Operator comes out for something now. Now this was,
something
a
OP.
big part of kind of their econ management, right? I mean,
something OP.
A couple extra kills they can all still buy. They're gonna.
Bang Faker nggak main Faker beda game kan guys.
On something. So yes, just clean shot.
Like wild, that shot was so good.
But the importance here is something buying the Operator is purely to duel against Siapaaku. He just wants to win that opening duel, and then he's gonna have to entry again with the Blaze.
Anjir, OP gosong cok.
He's checking where else would that Operator come from. Siapaaku has often tried to get an aggressive peek out of Art, so now he's checking that because surely Siapaaku not standing on B side twice in a row.
More shots fired in over here.
Aduh, kena jing.
No connections just yet. Heavy push into mid.
I mean,
this gives them a lot of opportunities. It seems like they want to try to lean into A.
Santai Ilya, slow.
Entering this with an Operator, this is crazy.
Yeah,
even with the
Operator
support.
push.
Even with the support of your teammates, this is a lot of trust. But he simply wants to take out Siapaaku. Siapaaku might bite. Oh, he actually gets one kill and gets out.
Every
Gua
time
ngeri sih, Cok. Ini juga
Saya
satu yang ngeri nih,
is
Cok.
getting those picks and beginning to reduce the numbers that can march forward here. We've got a deep lurk over here with the Killjoy. Forsaken.
Di live stream emang gosong semua skinnya Bang SMTH Bang. Emang iya.
Weird engagement is it looks like there's going to be a blind spot here all the way to the northern point of the map. B is going to be the target, but the lurk here.
Lu liat Jason guys.
Forsaken has to cause chaos. He's gonna get one kill.
Lu liat Jason.
But that also signifies this has to be a B hit.
Well, you say that, and they're just going to seesaw apparently right back over to A. Now, again, Saya player is going to be the one trying to interfere. So far, he has not missed a shot when it comes to these picks. Can he drop one more?
The reason he's greeting this is he gets one kill. It should give them enough time to either get back up or block this plant, but also Paperrex not getting too feisty here.
Nice banget, nggak ngepick. Nice. Let's go, chill, slow. Post plan. Ada main freak bisa post plan, tenang ya, aman.
Now this is all to allow Zeta. If Zeta can come and get one kill, he can use his reckoning right away to clear the site.
Aduh.
Mind freak goes down. Intro takes him out.
He might not need it. Zeta's just gonna get a free kill onto something. Zeta gets it. We saw it on the mini screen, and now they know main is clear. They have to be stuck in art.
Shot spam through here, and he actually connects two. Almost gets 3. 1-1 now. Forsaken 8 HP. He gets the kill. It's 1-5.
The ace from Forsaken.
Jason ace? What?
He puts down the burden of entering for the team, and now he soars higher than ever.
Bos, ini baru Paperrex ya, bos.
I mean, it started here, right? It started with this lurk. Not only does that open up the rotation, which, by the way, oh, let's listen to this. Yep, everyone's just quiet for him. They have faith.
It was that perfect spray
Let's go.
transfer. Just letting the gun glide right up to that second target, getting that kill.
Gue bilang, cowok, Jason tuh sebenarnya aimnya gila, guys. Cuman di saat dia berkan ini dia main duelist itu tuh kayak nggak dapat momentum aja, guys, main duelist dia, cowok. Nanti itu tetap gering, cowok. Tetap disiplin, tetap santai lah tuh. Jaketnya keren tuh, guys. Jaketnya keren tuh.
The fact that they know how to push into very weird situations. The fact that they're pushing with an operator themselves.
Yeah, and I think this is kind of similar to
Jason mirip Eman, emang iya.
So far what we're seeing.
Tapi harusnya sih ini kalau misalnya mainnya nih nggak blunder Paperrex 1-0 ya. Kalau nggak blunder ya guys ya. Karena saya player kan nggak bisa tiap round OP. Dia abis kalah, OP-nya abis. Terus attacker nggak mungkin OP guys. Masih OP kali dia kan nggak ada duit. Dia bakal ulti. Bakal ulti terus baru ini.
Let's go back to A. And because of that T1, their style of heavy rotating on defense after the initial intel.
Mereka ngomong pakai bahasa apa? Bahasa Inggris lah, Cuk. Inggris tuh apa mother tongue. Oh, dapat nih. Something dapat nih, guys. Something ya. 1. Kalau nggak dapat bahaya sih.
Oh, he didn't catch a glimpse of Saya player just yet. So Saya player's trying to just catch one. He's in an angle where he gets spotted right on the left.
Nice.
A knee or a thigh was sticking out, takes that damage. He's out. First line of defense is gone.
Aduh, apaan tuh? Jason apa mati? Jason Jason mau nge-flank tapi mati. Jason udah kebaca guys, nge-flank mulu ya. Flank ada orang guys, flank ada Viper.
Is actually proving to be the bane of Saya's existence right now.
Jing rotates all the way to the back here. They've got a plant they can basically set up over here from far away. The lockdown comes in. That's going to flush out the rest of PRX for the time being.
Yeah, so something taking a safer angle, just making sure now their flank is all up to something. He'll get that.
Nice, dai menang.
Yeah, and it's just not enough cover, and so that's going to be the 6th win.
Let's go, something, bro.
Speed running this map here.
Well, Paperrex, they're
fast rounds here, William.
If you actually look at the speedrun records of official Valorant matches, Paperrex actually
mainnya rapi banget mereka colet tuh.
Because they are the fastest team.
IGLS siapa bang? Kalau nggak ada Benkai paling IGLS si Davai. Davai tuh setelah gue dia suka di yang gue tahu guys ya, Davai itu suka nge-call guys. Nge-call itu dalam arti misalnya ke B, hati-hati B gitu. Kamu pasti ke B. Dia yang nge-call itu kayak Davai deh. Soalnya Davai itu suka kayak gitu. Gameplaynya fresh banget Bang Cio. Iya seru banget ya lihat gameplay baru begini guys ya.
So this time the setup seems to be just push out of A main. We're watching it on the mini map as the observers just cover Paperrex to set up here on B. It's an all-in onto B. But now that they've actually pushed out on A main, they can keep Saya player there, and then they don't have to shift entirely. Right now they're keeping Harpe, checks out R. That allows Zeta to complete his rotation to B. It's a step-by-step process for T1. This time the timing actually working out where T1 will be ready for the retake. It's actually baiting out these ultimates from Paperrex because no further movement has been spotted.
Get out of my way. I've got your
Lihat something ultinya guys.
Push to B happens. Something lurking up above here. Knives drawn. Just on the other side of intro. It connects. A knife.
Lu lihat guys. Lu lihat flick shotnya anjing.
For that too, and he still gets out alive.
Oh my God! No, don't worry. He's already dead.
Nobody gets the kill off of the blind. What is going on?
I can't follow this.
Lu lihat dia bro. Lu lihat bro, dapat 3 anjing. Wah gila nih orang sakit anjing sumpah. Lu lihat cot orang cok. Lu lihat dah itu dah. Lu lihat tuh main begitu Jet anjing.
It was a crazy moment.
Lihat. Set.
It was 5 Batmen just flying around, taking out henchmen.
Oh, he gets it right before he's flashed. But yeah, I mean that's the best way to describe it. It's just people are dying from all angles, but it's actually
crazy. Yeah.
I mean,
wah gila sakit cok. Wah gila bro, flicknya bro, lihat bro, flick shotnya bro. Orang kayak nggak manusia kayak robot anjir. Nah kan, pick lo.
Now they're back under a new name with something.
They just move so quickly, and they're so clean with how they clear.
Off-nya game ngeri, orangnya santai banget ya kayak.
One who is a bit more methodical.
Kayak gitu orangnya, Cok. Jason sekarang Jason taruh overpick lagi.
Zeta finds Forsaken with the Sheriff, the first kill, and at least a good start here in what may be the second round win here for T1.
Okay, they heard him run up mid, so Mindfreak knows now he's seen him.
Sees his knee.
Yeah, so he knows he picked up the weapon.
Oh.
Nice.
I mean, Zeta had to run, right? Otherwise, he was never recovering that weapon, so he's doing what he can to try to get a thrifty here, but Paperrex, Mindfreak was ready for that one.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Even using the run it back. I like it. Using the run it back to make sure they can push beyond the cosmic divide. Okay.
Whips that shot.
I don't know if you really have to greed for this back sight. I mean,
something is taken out by Munchkin.
Nice fight.
Bit of a trade here. Intro, the last one remaining, and could end up.
Let's go, Fi!
Round win. Spike planted. My God, we're almost to the second half here, William.
Yeah, this is going up much faster than what we're used to.
Attacker OP nih, bos. Gila saling melengkapi sekarang, bro.
Here's the other thing. I mean, ults are being used on both sides. It's not like anyone's just stacking them up for no reason. T1's doing what they can. But
such crazy rounds, man.
I mean, I can't help but imagine that this T1 probably also thinking, okay, this was not the type of Paperrex we prepared against, right? If you look at their movement, they are relying on the fact that
Iwan anaknya 2 kan Bang, iya. Ini udah siap lawan DREX, bro, ini, bro.
Let's shift our weight and then we'll be able to block 4v5, and that's just not happening anymore. Something is pushing up on his own with the operator with no backup?
Oh my God! Straight through the belly.
What the fuck is that, bro? What the fuck? What the fuck? Lihat bro, lihat gameplay dia bro. 2 dapat info 2.
Oh my God! All right, he's gonna pull down. Does not get taken out, although he's gonna be the last one here, and it's okay.
Lu lihat bro, gameplay dia bro. Dia tahu orang bakal ngepick situ.
It's gonna be intro first as the line of defense here up against B. Still a lot of time on the clock, by the way. We could see movement somewhere else.
Galon 2 sih harusnya menang sih, something nggak pakai OP.
You kind of fish for information until the 40-second mark, and then maybe even consider rotating. Okay, they're just gonna use the wall over for Phoenix just to cover angle by.
Nice, Jing, sumpah nice.
Jing so good.
They saw him, yeah. Munchkin spotted.
That's it. 1 to 9. Every time. And I like that. You saw that they got it. They got the.
Chemistry-nya kayak udah main lama bagi ya. Kayak orang lihat 14-5, Cok.
That is moving so quickly. and asserting themselves so fast.
Bingung kan lo?
It makes
Lihat tuh dapat 2 anjir dia.
maybe we might have to go back over to the other side. Maybe they're not going to come through here, and then they pop in right away.
Tenang banget, mainnya santai guys tuh. Mau ada 3 orang di set juga dihajar guys.
Sometimes the element of surprise can really work in your favor, right?
Lu mau main 3 orang set juga gue nggak peduli gitu guys. Kayak begitu loh mereka loh. Gue nggak peduli coy, gue pelan-pelan gue ngecek angle, gue tembak lu bro.
T1 just does not look prepared at all for this type of pacing. It's not actually that fast, right? They're not just rushing every time, but when they do strike, it is instant. But then before that, they actually spend a lot of time, wait for the utility from T1. I mean, look at this. Trailblazer constantly being used by the 1:20 mark. It's already gone all the time from T1. Paperrex is using this against them.
Okay, something's going to pop right over the top.
Nice one.
So many smokes, so many walls here. Jing taken out here by Zeta. The spike is now planted.
Okay, but because they took control of backside, this is...
Oh,
never
God,
mind!
Forsaken.
Forsaken brings it back.
Forsaken.
He's going for another one! 2 aces!
Oh my God.
Lu lihat bro, combo 2 orang gila gini guys.
Already, and we're not done with the map. Oh my God.
Wah sakit anjing. Gila, best day of my life anjing nonton ini guys. Best day of my life nonton ini bro.
Over in EMEA, but Forsaken continuing the trend.
I got plan. I can flash for you, son. Flashing, son.
Tuh, dia IGL coy, lo liat tuh. Dia kan ngasih tahu tuh. Gua punya flash on. Tuh.
Everyone else is just calming the information while Forsaken can just focus on keeping his role, right? Keeping that area secure.
All right, the last round in the first half.
Ngepick sana lo, ngepick lo. Main gak lo T1? Bingung kan lo nembaknya gimana?
Okay, so why does Munchkin push out there? Because
nembak lo, nggak jalan terus tuh.
Info T1. Just trying to defend the site and buy time hasn't worked, so he's trying to get an early pinch, but this time Paperrex is ready.
Okay, so we're gonna burn through the rest of the ultis that we've got here. Paperrex is going to try to seize control of the A site. They're going to get easy access to that. The spike is going to plant down here. We've got
planted.
Good save player, beautifully done. He's going to fall back into the pit over there.
Okay, Carpe just buying time so the side player can stay alive, trying to provide backup.
Dapat satu lagi.
They don't know if Device moved yet or not. Now they
Dapat 2.
Oh my God! In the blink of an eye, it's over.
Jason panas banget anjing.
It's now 1-11.
Lu lihat Jason, cok. Nah itu Jason tuh M-nya gila guys, tapi karena entry dia tuh itu benar tuh kata itu. Dia karena entry suka jadi bingung, nggak fokus. Lu lihat cok, 3 headshot cok Jason cok.
Boiled, fried, everything. I mean, they're already ready. They've been served already.
Yeah,
it's done. The meal's over.
The clams have already been thrown in. Oh my God.
I mean, wow. Okay, well, even if you thought PRX could win today, which I think is very reasonable given just how deep the strength of this roster is. I gotta imagine that this is Forsaken's
Wih, Jason Sutanto, bros.
They've got Forsaken specific, and they've got a very younger picture of Forsaken.
Oh, itu Maya Jason nih, Maya Jason bro. Ini Maya Jason guys, yang kiri Maya Jason. Itu Maya Jason bro.
Which is cool to see. Yeah, I mean, they've got their own.
Maya Jason sama pacarnya Jason kalau nggak salah itu.
Love to see it, but well, I mean, he's delivering today, and let's know he was actually kind of shaky in weeks 1 and 2.
Well, it sometimes takes players or teams time to acclimate to this, and eventually this.
Ayo, bikin terus, kasih terus, tekan terus, biar nggak dapat mental mereka nih T1 nih. Anjing aku suka banget.
We're gonna go to the second half of map 1, but I think we can all agree it might be a short second half.
Ih lucu banget, mau dong dibuatin kakak.
We talked about this last week on the show as well. As much as Forsaken
Photosnitch udah rugi 10.000. Apakah T1 akan berganti nama menjadi T1 sampai 13?
1-13. T1 1-13. Jangan nge-troll, cok. Cok, jangan gitulah, cok. Parah lo kalian lo. Kalau misalnya tim kalian yang lagi misalnya tiba-tiba Paperrex kalah digituin gimana? Nggak boleh gitu, guys. Tapi bener juga sih.
6-1 on Killjoy on attack.
It's so crazy.
How much?
It's like gonna be.
Yo, Jason 19 kill anjing.
All playing so well.
Jing kagak main, cok. Jing kagak mainnya menangnya jauh banget. Ini gimana Jing main juga, cok. Lihat Jing cuma kill 5, guys.
T1 here with the spike in hand and a prayer as well. They need to win every round.
Okay, so T1 very well aware that this push out has happened from Paperrex. They wait to see if Paperrex commits to it. They did hear the ult orb getting taken, so if Paperrex doesn't push out forward, T1's just gonna wait.
Oke, mereka tahu Paperrex bakal agresif, tapi tidak, tenang tidak. Ini adalah Paperrex yang baru, oke? Benar admin? Betul, ini adalah Paperrex yang baru. Tidak ada kata overpick, tidak ada kata terlalu maju, tahan, gitu ya guys ya. Slow ya bro ya. Biar kita,
it is a very T1 start here, right? A little bit more methodical, a little bit more careful, a little bit more patient, but so far that hasn't worked. Obviously the dimensions of being on the attacker side are entirely different, but we're now down to 45 seconds. The spike is not that close to B just yet.
Yeah, and now, I mean, Paperrex will know for a fact that they're coming, and something is just trying to get one kill, just trying to even the numbers before backup arrives.
Duh, dia nangkep, Cok.
Oh, Forsaken? What?
30 seconds left. Okay.
Okay, I mean, yeah, we've seen it happen. Stuns don't guarantee kills.
Aduh, dikit lagi.
Really good tactically there by T1. Great pulling of the crosshair there with the jet dash. Zeta's gonna plant,
Aduh, nice
and
try.
that is the second win.
Nice try.
T1 sig, hopefully the first of many.
Nice try.
Okay, so while
Somethingnya
T1
nge-kill satu tuh, harusnya nge-kill satu dulu something tuh.
remained in A main or not, they just say, okay, let's both work with.
No, jadi T2, tidak. Jadi T2 guys, no.
Works to T1's favor just to try to claw back. It is important to note, I mean, the comeback potential is very different when it's 11-2 versus if the opponents were already a match.
T2.
Okay, round 2 here. It does appear it's going to be, once again, and again, this isn't bad or anything, it's just a characteristic of the team. A little bit of a slow start here.
Yeah, I mean, it's partly T1's flavor, but also, again, they are up against Paperrex, right? And Paperrex has the Phoenix. That's the other thing. This is what we saw from Paperrex's Phoenix last
Ini nggak mungkin, ini bonus round, Cok. Ini nggak mungkin ini, guys.
Pushing out and playing very messy, skirmish-centered Valorant, and then it would
Udah
always come
jason,
down to the
udah
wire.
jason.
It would always come down to these 1v1s, 1v2s, even if
B please, ke B please. Kalau ke B sih enak banget, Bo.
let's avoid that, see if they
Tuh, A-nya nggak ada orang lagi, Cok. Kalau ke A, kayak tadi nih, kayak pas RRQ, guys. Defending, pas RRQ nge-tag, guys. Kalau nggak ada orang. Tuh, something maju banget, anjing.
But here with PRX, you know, they march to their own beat.
Ke B, nice, ke B lu. Gambling, mampus lu ke B lu.
Perfect second half.
So Paperrex has actually just made a very T1-like call where they fish for information and now they've stacked onto B and they're gonna try to capture T1 here.
Man, T1 though, handling it with grace.
Duh.
Man, that was
insane.
Some good trades coming out from T1, covering each other's angles, despite the flashes coming out very well timed from Jing.
It's okay.
But again,
It's okay.
another eco for Paperrex.
Eco. No, T3, no! T3.
T1 will keep all of their core weaponry into the bonus. So looking at the setup here from Paperrex, it looks like very well they're just going to push out of B main with the Jet and Phoenix, try to get the pinch onto T1 as soon as possible.
Okay, with the cover of the wall, they will push in the first step into getting towards
Jangan
the
overpick.
side.
Selalu double pick, selalu trade kill. Ingat, pro player tuh selalu main gitu guys, trade kill, jangan overpick, jangan ngepick sendiri, picknya kiri kanan berdua.
I think they're really allowing T1 to kind of run the clock a bit here. They are going to be able to leapfrog up in through the smokes towards A, or they can, excuse me, at least make it look like that's what they want to do, but in fact that's not the case at all. They're going to do a loop around all the way to the back. This is a long walk from the A south all the way through the spawn. In this case, they will wrap up into mid. Killjoy utility is sprinkled throughout here.
So T1 just trying to bait out as much utility off of the other side, right? Because then if they rush in the spot, they might be able to recover weapons, so try to even the fight out. Otherwise, it's too much of an advantage. Good flash. You gotta imagine, you cover one side, they should push the left side all together.
Aduh, satu lagi.
Second gets two though.
Yeah, he doubles up. And again, T1 really can't afford to lose a single round here.
They know he's backside. They heard his hops.
So good, so clutch.
Aduh.
Shot from behind, tough position there.
Aduh.
Takes down another. Jing is out of the picture.
Already a lot of damage done to Paperrex though. Surely, I mean, if they win the round, it's match point. So at the end of the day, that's what they want. But if they lose this round, things could get a little risky. T1, not much time to plant.
Oh man, sees the shoulder.
No, he can't protect him.
Oh, that was
Let's go.
Just a pixel is sticking out, fires, and then
Let's go.
knows it's time to dive in and kill the spike planter. Beautifully done. And now it's just one round. Any one thing goes wrong, no matter how well T1
No,
plays.
T3.
Yep, and a big part of
Tuh,
this
something
was
hampir dapat satu lagi harusnya sih.
double, right? It buys enough time where T1 has to start rushing. Divide with a great decision making here. Okay, well, Intro's definitely not peeking back out with that much health taken away from him. So
Jing lah yang nggak oke bang. Iya, Jing 5-11, Cok. No, Jing. Jangan jadian.
Reckoning here on this one from Zeta's Harbor.
Time around, PRX with heavy rotations from A. One into mid, a flash to peek. The sound cue will be there from the attacker's side, but they know at least nobody was in mid just yet.
Yo, udah menangin yo. Jangan pakai lama-lama dah, langsung aja sih.
A hop onto B. It's not. There are two players lurking in the back. It's Intro and Saya Playa.
So Paperrex, yeah, they're doing what T1's been doing as well.
Anjing, lihat something, bro. Lihat, sekarang kombonya Jason bukan sama Jing lagi. Jason sama Ilya, bro. Kayak gak apa-apa ya, 2 orang mati, Cok. Nggak retake, 4 lawan 3.
So even if Munchkin doesn't win that duel, Mindfreak had nowhere to go. So A-Site was all but guaranteed plant here for T1 without having to use Harbor's Reckoning. They can use that against the retake now.
Aduh, nice, dapat satu lagi.
Over here. Can Zeta do it?
Run back.
Beautifully well.
Jason lagi, kill 3 Jason aja lihat.
Down to Munchkin. A 1 versus 2. The spike ticks away.
He hears him.
And this is just such an impossible situation. Munchkin could try to push. And that's it. Something kills.
Lihat, something sama Jason ditempelin, Cok. Undefeatable. Something Jason ditempelin nggak akan mati, Cok, berdua itu. GG.
Yeah, I believe this
map ended in
about 30 minutes, I'm pretty sure. All right, so typical Paperrex speed running here with a very one-sided scoreline, 13-2. What an amazing debut map from something. Comes up to the big stage, right?
Let's go, Son!
With players who have traveled across the world to different stages of different tournaments and saying, I belong on this roster, I belong on this stage. And proves once again, T1, as great as they have looked, they have their weaknesses, right? This is a roster that hasn't been together for long.
No. We were hearing earlier, Paper Thin and Achilleos, they were worried, is this a crazy
play? Oh, itu minimalnya sekali pakai buang ya?
It's a bad idea. Now they look like fools.
Well, it was crazy, but it wasn't a bad idea.
It's too bad they look like fools now, Showroom.
Sometimes crazy is a little good.
No, it's wild how well they played here. And this is, I think, for me personally, the highlight. The knife in the back from
Yang ini gila sih bro, lihat ini gila banget sih bro anjing.
Have the confidence to come in and where he could have put a bullet in the back of the head, bringing out a knife. It's not the safest play, but it does create that kind of humiliation there where you could really get the other team's head.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, mental damage is a very real thing, and then Forsaken continuing to get 2 aces, just showing how comfortable he is on the Sentinel role. Hasn't really taken away from his firepower, despite him being known as an explosive entry.
Let's go lah.
Yeah, the biggest question was something. His comms, right?
His style,
his
bot frag,
flow,
enggak
how does it fit
apa-apa.
with Paperrex? Well, looks like it fits like a glove, because they looked clean. Their tempo, their utility, everything. It was as if they practiced.
Itu ada namanya Jason.
That's right, and we're going to be going to Fracture for the next map. I hope we can have a closer
ganti nama kok Jingga? Bukan Jingga, Cok.
They're leaning into their style. They're being aggressive, they're being cutthroat, and that requires you to not make any mistakes, to never miss a shot. But I guess they can do that.
Nomornya
and then if
Jason,
something does miss a rare shot, Mindfreak is there, Forsaken's there, Jing is there, Divai's there. I mean,
Rezi nih, bos.
4 amazing fraggers
Gila,
to go through
seneng banget
after
nonton hari ini,
this
guys.
new addition of something. So, Paperrex, okay, it's a little early to say, but map 1 on Pearl looks like kind of
Yang naruh Paperrex di B gebukin gak sih?
22 are starting to return here. I think we can expect a lot more explosive firepower from this squad.
coming forward here, I'm not exactly sure what T1 needs to do.
Let's go.
They did have that
Next map apa nih bang? Next map fracture.
to the map, but it kind of doesn't matter if
Top
you
leaderboard
can't cover
dalam
your
satu tim
angles
gini
when
jadinya
Paperrex
bang.
comes around. I mean, you see that Phoenix pick from
Ya bisa jadi,
Paperrex
cuman
over
emang something emang gila katanya mainnya guys.
Odi udah rugi 10.000.
Cuman sekarang pemainnya di T3 ya.
T1 sekarang berubah nama jadi
Udah jokesnya udah nggak lucu. Tadi pas sudah pasti satu tuh lucu. Pas sudah nggak satu udah nggak lucu ya. Udah ya. Tim tahu nggak bang kalau nicknya Sus? Enggak lah, nggak tahu. Tahu lah. Kan emaknya kan ada keturunan Indonya.
Angle here for T1. Shots, the wall dissipates. It looks like TRX continues. It's time. No, Forsaken. Oh, beautiful. Have to save. They cannot spam through here. And yes, it connects two. Almost gets 3. 1-1 now. Forsaken 8 HP. Yeah.
Jason S mulu. Jason S mulu.
Though, handling it with grace. Left side all together.
Udah besok lawan DRX bang. Oh besok lawan DRX guys ya. HyperX. Ya DRX lagi cok lawannya cok. Mungkin nggak sih yo S 3 kali. Itu gila sih kalau 3 kali. S 2 kali ada yang pernah nggak? X 2 kali ada yang pernah guys? Suruh Jason nih, kalau nggak suruh Ilya nih, kenceng nih. Bisa lah 100.000 bukannya gampang ya guys ya? Kalau pro player.
뭐야? 오! 가까웠네. 아. 오케이. 갈까? 벤달도? 벤달 렛츠고.
Coba kita guys. Jampi 2 kali ya? Ini baru tadi.
뭐야?
바로 GG.
아니 방금 뭐야? 아니. 에이 이거는 발로란트 같아.
Nah ini baru pro player guys anjing. Anjing tenang banget cok anjing. 20 anjir.
이런 상황 속에서도 20킬 했다.
Ya yang Paperrex-nya kagak ada. Paperrex-nya mana Paperrex-nya? Beda 10 sama yang tadi bang. Iya sih. Tadi kayaknya nge-troll deh. Nggak mungkin 10 cok. 20 rata-rata pro player tuh 20. Jason bilang sih waktu itu gue tanya Jason kan. Son, lu praktis yang hardbot pernah berapa? Katanya 25 apa 27 gitu. Pernah dia. HFO sudah draft pick bang. Ya udah nggak apa-apa. Emang kenapa? Kenapa emang lo draft pick? Gue main nobar deh. Di sini MCL nggak sih pas nih bro? Jam 8 jam 9 nih MCL harusnya bro. Buset galak amat bang. Oke. Berarti matchnya Paperrex itu tersisa. Oh RRQ terakhir anjir di big match guys. Paperrex ketemu RRQ minggu terakhir guys. MPL lihat bang, jangan nggak boleh kocak. Kalau Paperrex menang harusnya secara ini dia 21. Harusnya dia, aduh ini yang 2-0 banyak banget, cok. Harusnya dia jadi juara 4, dia top 4, Paperrex top 4 kalau dia menang. Paperrex top 4. Kalau Paperrex menang, Paperrex 21 harusnya kan. Mapnya jadi anjir DRX masih 4-0, cok, mapnya, cok. Talon kenapa melempem ya? Kemarin Talon di Brazil jago, Cok. RRQ dari Indo apa dari negara lain, Bang? Dari Indo, dari Indo. Bang, lu mirip kayak di video Bang Winda, Bang. Oh iya.
Welcome back to VCT Pacific. I'm Victoria. We have Paper Thin and Achilleos. And guess what? Victoria was right. Something showed up, and that game was a slaughter.
I think that you might be putting it lightly.
Nah, guys, kita lihat statisnya ya. Per skillnya Paperrex 11, cuy.
Incredible. This was just peak form from everybody on the team. I mean, look at that. 11 out of 11 post plants, not losing a single one. That is absolutely insane.
Ini di for lagi, Bang. Nggak tahu, guys, nanti, guys.
When they were failing to qualify challenge events. That's how one-sided this was. What an incredible performance.
Anjir, 400 ACS, Cok.
Good God. He was playing the wrong things this whole time. He should have never been playing Yoru. Should have never been playing Jet. Clearly, Killjoy is his calling, at least at the start of the series. Because my God,
422, Cok.
on his ACS, 26 and 9, 2 aces in this series, a knife kill. He did it all. It was like the world tour.
Something aja 300 guys, ACS guys.
I mean, it's so funny because like WK Gaming, right? And he was kind of doing that. He was just doing it in like different ways. Normally, he's the one trying to kick down doors onto the site, trying to create space on their entries and things like that. No, he's lurking all over the place. And you just hold down W in those lurks, and T1 not ready for it at all. That time he crept underneath water, got a kill in the back. He's all over the map, just doing great things.
Snitch udah
kamu kenapa Bang Wang udah mengantuk padahal ada minuman yang bikin segar.
Kenapa menguap dan
segar dan semangat namanya
ada minuman yang bisa
Bang.
bikin semangat dan segar. Namanya apa ya, Bang?
Apa namanya?
Something was pushing.
Panas banget nih. Siang hari begini gila teriknya matahari. Ngapain enaknya ya? Aha, aku tahu solusinya. UC 1000, minuman islamic drink yang sehat banget, cocok buat kamu loh. Tampil dengan banyak rasa, tapi favoritku ini yang mango.
You never knew where he was going to be coming from. Time and time again, he would meet with Saya player, and he was able to best him, whether it was with the AWP or not. Saya did not have a good performance whatsoever. We were singing him praises after their last couple series, saying this feels like
Djaja, kenapa Djaja, Cok?
Era Saya player. And in this game, he felt
premium lo kena iklan yo, gitu lah, Bang.
Running the lobby.
I mean, this is just a phenomenal debut performance from this player. He lived up to the hype and then some. This was just phenomenal. I mean, these Blade Storms absolutely devastating. He was all over the place. You know, this one right here, he somehow gets a headshot in the middle of that flash and then goes and gets a right click. I don't even know what he was doing in that moment that he was able to pull that off. Like you were talking about, able to read Saya player so well, going against him with the op, doing a great job surviving that flash push from T1 with his teammate. Just
something nih, bos.
He's amazing. This is exactly what we wanted to see.
Rajin nge-placement emang iya.
This is why he's been destroying tier 2
Los Illuminados.
Venno's a really good team. A lot of people that I talk to behind the scenes tell me the team that they lost to in their most.
Apa jeda something ada matanya? Wah, itu tadi meme guys, meme tau nggak meme? Buka Twitter
just as good as DFM, maybe even better.
Twitter pasti ada ini guys.
Yeah, he is certainly.
Twitter tuh spicy guys. Kok gini doang sih? Kamu nggak suka nge-meme ya? Ya nggak ini guys, dia nggak nge-meme guys. Biasanya nge-meme cuy. Asik.
I'm so curious actually. I would in the future games. I want to see.
Bang, nanti dia mau saya arc baru. Hari ini apa besok sih? Besok ya?
We should just have one big battle.
Sounds like
have them all come together in one game.
Sounds like one of the most hype matchups that I could think of right now.
Yeah.
If this level of performance from him continues, then I'm all in for it. Yeah. Obviously, this is just one map.
Bang, aku pindah ke spicy ya, Bang. Iya, silakan.
I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. This is the juice. This is what they needed. So I want to see it proven a little bit more, even beyond T1. But right now, consider me hyped up because goddamn, it's been so long since I've been able to be really excited about Paperrex, and this might be the change that they needed to make me excited once more.
Now let's talk about Forsaken again. Forsaken was the freaking beast, to quote Quack. He was amazing. I mean, to get the first net kill so early in the game.
Yeah, I mean, right there in the 4th round. Freak of beast, as we would call this.
Dia lurky bagus banget, coba. Gue nggak tahu kenapa ya. Gue nggak tahu kenapa ya. Si Jason ini, dia lurky nggak pernah ketemu orang, coba. Berarti it mean si T1 ini jarang jaga, apa sih, bilangnya dia gampang ninggalin site gitu loh untuk rotate. Jadi ada beberapa tempat yang kosong buat Jason masuk, guys.
I think the only thing that I ever questioned that he did this entire map was that first lockdown. Other than that, I thought everything was great. This is exactly what you would want. I don't know how he controls that spray. That is absolutely disgusting with the Vandal, because he's Forsaken. But I mean, look at the stats these two put up. You know, over 300 ACS for something in his debut.
Nearly 300 ADR.
Yeah, this is absolutely bananas for Forsaken as well. I mean, First Blood's here, phenomenal across the board. That's over 50% between the two of them, which means they're absolutely just winning every duel they take. And I mean, it was obvious. You could just tell with your eyes what was going on here. You know, Forsaken and something just clearly no problems gelling here together. And this clearly, whatever has been being cooked by the Paperrex chef.
Abis ini bawa Cyper T1 biar nggak bisa di flank. Ya, nggak tahu juga sih, guys.
Yes, give me all the Michelin stars.
It just it's something that is so hard to achieve. I mean, I'm taking a look at it now to
look how the stars.
I mean, something.
Look how they shine for you.
From Forsaken. So not giving up a single first death in that one, just absolutely.
Berarti gue buat ini dong, guys. Gue buat apa? Gue buat streamnya buat MCL dulu, Cok.
Extremely
prepared
jadi
MCL nggak ya?
And you know, as we were talking about throwing something into the bag, really mix it up and made it very unpredictable. I wonder if they can repeat this for the next game. Now T1 knows a bit of the pace that, you know, Paperrex is going back to old Paperrex style. How do you guys expect the next match to go?
I think you got to play a little bit further back. You got to give them a little bit of space, and it's going to be tough because you don't know exactly how.
Apa sih nggak tahu, Cok?
You can see that he was comfortable trying to push those angles that Saya normally likes to hold. So they've done their homework onto what T1 wants to do. So T1's going to have to make adjustments on the fly potentially. That's tough to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious. You know, if this is going to be what they stick with going into Fracture, is it going to be, you know, something still sticking with the Jet? Is that just primarily going to be his comfort zone? Is he able to just move over to something like the Raze, or did you prefer Jing on that? Is there going to be a Neon on Fracture? You know, what is this agent composition?
Berarti kalau misalnya dua dualis lagi, Jing, Raze, si something pakai Jet lagi berarti, guys, harusnya, guys.
I mean, I think that they've shown that while it's still early days for T1 coming together as a team,
Satu Sentinel, dua duelis,
that their mechanics are incredibly good. I mean, a lot of these players have a ton of experience. You look at Munchkin, who's playing over on Crazy Raccoon, going to multiple international events. Zeta as well, doing very much the same on Cloud9. Saya player, who was just an absolute monster for the guard to also push them to internationals. Carpe is the only one who's had his
something Jet only kayak Aspas, bang.
Things look very rough at the beginning, but widely he's brought things together really, really well in a fast, in a very quick bit of time. But what we just saw from Paperrex just
ganti orang
in every single way. Yep. So what I'll say is that is not necessarily the performance from T1 that I would anticipate, but it's that much more exciting that Team Secret can.
Aku juga pindah. No, Bayu, tunda dulu.
That Paperrex can push them in this fashion and force them to stumble. That's just nuts.
Hey.
But this is also now interesting because we've got Benkai coming back in, Ban as well. Benkai giving a lovely little. Not breaking
so
eye contact.
Intense.
Nice.
He doesn't need a cosplay anymore.
Oh, berarti ada map-mapnya tertentu, Cok. Benkai masuk, guys.
Wow.
He's just not going to give up.
The cameraman
he's like, I'm going to beat you, cameraman.
I'm gonna back away. I'm gonna look at Jing instead. Benkai's scaring me.
Ganti,
So we're
Cok.
going to map 2 now.
Wah, Neon Jason udah.
Okay, with Benkai coming back in, this normalizes the roles.
Yep. And it's the same comp we saw from Paperrex versus Team Secret, but they lost and it was very close.
Apa ganti? Karena mungkin stratsnya belum ada, guys, kalau sama Jet. Gue nggak tahu ya. Karena Paperrex mungkin udah gini loh, guys. Tim yang biasanya main duelis pakai Neon sama Raze misalnya, diganti Jet sama Raze misalnya. Stratsnya kan berubah tuh, ganti. Kemungkinan besar nggak bisa segampang itu ganti, mungkin ya.
It's looking pretty stock standard. It is interesting to see Zeta. I'm assuming that. Oh no, that's Bon on the Jet.
Yeah.
Is that Bon on the Jet?
I believe so.
No, was that Saya? Oh, did I see that right?
Unless our graphic is like not in the right spot.
I believe it's Sion Raze and Banna's coming out on Jet.
Interesting. Okay.
So this is definitely. I mean, this is I think, more puzzling than seeing Paperrex throw, something into the mix right off the rip. Obviously, that
Let's go JJ. Ini map JJ ini kayak sama Benkai, map JJ sama Benkai nih.
So tell us, William and Tasteless, how is this
Nah, tadi Stras Phoenix bagus aja kan. Strasnya Phoenix udah dipakai guys sebelumnya guys. Sebelumnya juga pas ada Benkai juga, Benkai main Sentinel juga kayak gitu sama. Tapi yang jetnya kan Jason. Phoenixnya tuh si ini.
And I don't know if they're going to be stopped here on Fracture. Yeah, and now, of course, T1, I mean, sure, they make their own substitution, but then Benkai's back in, and surely you got to imagine to a certain extent, right? Because you often want that breach. This has always been kind of Benkai's go-to whenever they play the breach in their compositions, which now means ZOWIE has to shift over to a Sentinel role. So we'll see. I mean, T1, are they prepared? Did they expect this to be the pick from Paperrex? And then, of course, the double duelist coming out from T1, right? Ban now on that jet. Really taking on that duelist mantle once again. Trying to fill a different role and position here for T1 when they need it most.
Tapi cuma main jet doang abang, mostly jet gilanya dia. Oke, let's go guys. Map 2. Apakah akan clean sweep 2-0 guys ataukah amit-amit satu sama, cuman ya bisa 2-0 sih.
T1, they did stick to the style that we know of, but it was really PRX basically.
Something ini kayak kartu AC Paperrex nggak bang? Iya ya bener juga sih itu.
We now go to map 1 here. It does seem like PRX is going to collect over here just outside of A. We did see Saya play a spot that and then run back in. And it's going to be PRX with a mad dash coming through.
Oh, Forsaken's just trying to get info. Saya now stuck here. Oh, but actually the stun comes out and only gets Forsaken.
Tuh kan ini yang gue gak suka nih kalau Jason duelis nih. Lari-lari kayak monyet.
Back around, but they're not giving up on A just yet.
Jing providing good support here. Mindbreak's still staying alive. Finally gets taken down by side player. I mean, they know where each other are, but it's eventually going to be T1 who cleans up house. And a big part of this was side player staying alive. Simply because of that, the A main forces had to shift over to Sands.
It was a very interesting and scrappy round 1. I 100% agree with you, William. The fact that he was able to get that kill up in heaven.
Mulai.
Make a lot of discomfort and try to come in through that side of A. PRX tries to come in, through an alternative entrance, but by then, enough of T1 to come back in and was able to shut that down.
Okay, so now without even a plant, no reason to go for any type of force here from Paperrex. They're just going to go all out onto B, onto Arcade.
Mulai.
This is another read coming out from Carpe. Smokes it off again. Now, they'll still make it through, but they'll get stopped with the stuns and the turrets. Munchkin's waiting for this. He sees him.
Yeah, beautifully done, Munchkin. A lot of patience exhibited there. They're not finished yet, though. A lineup of them is going to keep trying to come through here. So far, so good, though. Carpe and Zeta just cleaned it up.
Bentar guys ya.
Yeah, Carpe, I'm sure he's got a lot of frustration pent up after map 1. I believe he got 0 kills against something.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, something just farms him the entire map. Yeah. So Carpe just trying to get some revenge.
Carpe just doesn't get to play the game in map 1. Just killed over and over. Yeah, Munchkin very smart though, baited out the shots there from the shorty. It really is important with that player who's trying to initiate to get that kill and spill through. And so here we go to map 3. Now this is, round 3. And this is going to be an important one. Can T1 start to do what PRX did to them earlier on Pearl?
Okay, so now that we're in round 3, Carpe actually saving his smokes. Forsaken does chase down onto Saya though.
Jason sendiri mulu ya.
Now, Paperrex doesn't have to force the same movement, right? They've got ZOWIE up on the top side of the map, gaining some information. Well,
pushing's pretty good, but Zeta's there with an answer. Mindfreak takes him out.
They don't have to force this, and they show
udah mati dua, jangan.
Yeah, now that ZOWIE gets the kill, okay, it's a 3v1. What's the worst that could happen? Mindfreak could die. He's very low, but now surely you just go for the plant. The turret should spot him.
Yeah, this is kind of impossible here for Munchkin. All right, now he gives away his position, and unfortunately, none of those bullets connect. If he could get a kill, if he could force PRX to buy another weapon here in round 4, that would be great, but not going to happen.
Nice, Fi, let's go.
Shot to the dome, Munchkin's out.
Okay, yuk, 2-sama dulu yuk.
In a game of catch-up now, winning round 3.
Yeah, just keeping the minimal
Gue mau ngapain tadi ya? Gue lupa, bentar ya, saling ngurus lu, bentar guys, sekalian menang nih.
Here on round 4. I mean, this could have been disastrous if they all just kept rushing in for the trades, but
Let's go.
wait for Divide, and Divide will
Dava lagi on fire juga sih guys.
We saw the orbital strike coming in for Mind Freak as well, so something to force the issue here. Now Carpe 1 point away. If they can try to force the plan and make something happen before Carpe's able to get a kill or get an ult orb somehow, Paperrex, they might be able to put the momentum on their side.
It's going to be another creep over here in towards A. Got Bond the first line of defense.
Okay, so they changed
bentar guys ya.
because they want to be able to escape out of A main because of the speed that Paperrex has been striking it with. But Bond's not going to get a chance.
Bond gets dropped. It's interesting. Is Paperrex really going to double down and try to come in here?
I mean, once again, they don't have to, but they do have Jing who can just fly across the entire side.
Well, he got in undetected
Okay,
for a second, but it's too
Mind Freak,
late.
nice.
Mind Freak takes
Nice!
out Zaya Playa and Zeta here.
Let's go,
I
Jing!
mean, again, you could not ask for faster rounds.
Ayolah, jangan bikin gue deg-degan cuy.
And round 5 is going to be a rich one here for PRX.
Yeah, Paperrex, they're sitting comfy, right? They still have that orbital strike. They still have, 1 point away from the lockdown. They've kept their weapons. Things are looking good after the initial rounds going T1's way. So Paperrex, very happy with what they've got.
Sabar guys ya.
Meanwhile, while Carpe does finish his ultimate, it's going to be an eco for T1. So curious to see what their eco play is. Again, we always talk
Baru
about
absen bang, halo CTR, bentar guys, gue ada yang mau urus bentar, gue ada yang mau order bentar ya, bentar. Gue mau order dulu nih.
T1 on Fracture, there are a lot of options, right?
Fake main nggak bang fake? Fake siapa fake cok?
Try to get at least 1, maybe 2, and looks like that's what they're trying to do here. Get control of Dish and Arcade and collect the ult orbs you can. Saya dying, I believe that finishes his showstopper, so the goal should be, on Arcade, we're seeing on the minimap, Zeta picks up an ult orb, so even if he dies, he'll have his Rolling Thunder. So T1's preparing
Faker kan ini, cok Dota kan? Apa LOL guys?
They're not trying to win this round, they're just trying to set up for the future ones.
Yeah, we'll see if they get any picks. Maybe a small victory within the round loss itself. I don't know that PRX...
Dota nggak tuh? Dota, bener guys.
Just forces him out. Beautifully done. Forsaken gets that kill. Bond is now out of the picture. A big push comes through here.
Oh,
waduh.
Not the best play control there. And these little victories are beginning to come for T1. But the lurk here from Mind Freak is too good. And the third win in a row is picked up here for PRX. But as you were saying, William...
Oh, LOL. Yeah, LOL.
Look at their ultimates, right? They did all of that just to set up this round where they're able to fight back, especially because Paperrex also has 3
Sabar guys.
for this next attack. So T1, it's going to come down to how they can trade that utility. Mind Freak starting to get back into form. We've talked about it both on the desk and the cast. Mind Freak has been someone who had such a good performance last year on their run in Masters Copenhagen and then has since fallen somewhat quiet.
Yeah, well, right now they are as exciting.
Weight of Ombrewok is back. Siapa guys Ombrewok guys? Kenkai sama ini.
We've got a push just here over by Dish.
Yo absen dong bang. Halo ya sabar guys. Gue lagi order sesuatu nih. Bentar. Boleh nggak?
Operator to spot the first one. Okay, he doesn't need to get the kill though, because there's the fault line. There's the push out from Munchkin. Oh, he doesn't know about the third.
Yeah, he thought he had a clear there. But again, it's pretty nice to pick up those 2 kills. Bit of a trade out here. The spike is down. He needs to go back there and get that. He does nab that. And B, well, I don't know that B can be cleared here either. I think no matter what, this is kind of an uphill round for PRX.
Yeah, the big thing is the lockdown was used to try to fake out B, but then instantly the fight happens on satellite, so the lockdown wasted from Divide. T1 already knows that this is a potential strike onto B. They have no reason to fight this because they have the Rolling Thunder and the orbital strike to fight back.
It's an important moment.
Kok diganti bang? Iya, strateginya beda guys berarti guys.
Go either way. Now 2-4 here. Zeta takes Mind Freak out.
Ban not able to swap weapons, so he's just gonna have to hold these far angles as the rest of the team jumps in.
No stopper ready. It does whiff, but regardless, Zeta gets the kill.
Jing he's just trying to force him off with the defuse. He's just trying to buy time. He's gonna let this fly at the very last second.
Aduh.
All right, and now Carpe's going to get that defuse. It will finish in time, tying this up 33 in what has been a
Wah, ini ketat nih guys, ketat nih guys.
Again, part of this is the setting up from both teams, right? Trying to time their utility and their ultimates. So that they can keep the tempo. This was a great set play from T1 though. A great setup to just force Paperrex into thinking they could run in. As soon as Ban kind of steps off the operator, Paperrex was probably thinking,
Sabar. Pas sampling diganti guys. Kayaknya nggak bete kan? Diganti dulu sementara guys ya. Mungkin emang strateginya begitu guys ya.
Paperrex from running too rampant even in future rounds.
So we now go into round 7. And this is going to be
bete aku juga bete sih, tapi ya gimana namanya strategi Coach Alex guys, kita nggak bisa berkata banyak ya guys ya. Oh ban main jet bro, ban.
But we really just want to watch from Bond's perspective here. Can he get that first kill?
Well, there is a crack at the end here. Oh, okay. Well, they didn't spot. Yeah, they didn't spot him either though. Oh,
nice.
Forsaken returns the favor from the other side, and B has been cracked wide open.
Okay, retake still doable. What that means, they have to keep all 4 players alive. Do they try to strike back before the plan happens? They're trying. Yeah, they're expecting Paperrex is trying to bait out their ultimates. That's why T1's not using their ultimates. They're just trying to bait out the duels 1v1 first. Great patience coming out from T1.
Spike is not actually planted. It's down on the ground. It looks like they're going to try to grab it again. It does finally get the plant. Here comes T1 now. They're going to come in with the infiltration.
Have a fast rolling thunder just to clear the site itself, and then they can cover their sides. And oh, what an explosive retake coming out from T1. Mindfreak stuck all alone, not much he can do.
Every time Zeta just gets that kill, he's been out of control since we started the games on Fracture here. They're going to swap out the defuse, and T1 is now in
he's not good. He's not good.
Yeah, interesting to me.
He's not good, bro. He's not good, boy. This is not good, boy.
Player over here, instead of potentially going for another Rolling Thunder in the first half, but we'll see how that comes into play in the coming rounds. Now, T1, that was a great defense there because they hear the plant and then they say, okay, Paperrex, there's a good chance they're going to try to bait out our ultimates. So both teams are starting to adapt to each other within this match, right? The old Paperrex would have just said, hey, stick the plant, I'll push out and get kills, and W Gaming, let's go. And T1 says, no, this is a new Paperrex. Don't use your ultimates. Just fish to see if it's a fake or not. They actually correctly identify that it is a fake. So now Paperrex, balls in their court. How do they change things up here on their map pick of Fracture?
Ya satu chemistry, aduh. Tapi nggak kebantai kok, masih seri guys, jadi aman guys. Masih 4-3, jadi kayak nggak usah takut banget guys.
I mean, of course, Ban kind of shaky right now as well. Been a little while since we've seen him with that weapon. But furthermore, Paperrex, they've constantly been starting only on one side of the map. You got to start to kind of pick and prod and draw out some of this utility earlier in the map so that T1 can't just wait for the retake.
Yeah, things are going pretty smoothly here for T1. That being said, it's still very close. And actually, we've already finished that timeout. I'm curious to see if we're going to see anything different here from PRX, if they needed to communicate amongst each other and make sure they're all on the same page with how this is being played out here. It does look like it's going to be an attack sprung onto B. There is one Killjoy here with some utility as Munchkin awaits.
Now he is just waiting in the site.
Yeah.
He's not up in tower. He's just trying to get one kill so that way his turret and his nanoswarms can live for a longer time. Now Paperrex has already changed things up. They're now striking on both sides of B, which they have not done yet in this first half.
All right, where they're going to send Forsaken, and he's going to be the initiator. Who's going to win the duel, though? It is going to be Forsaken. He blows away the face of Munchkin. The spike is planted in corner.
And now they also have the Rolling Thunder to defend against a retake. This is a very decisive round from Paperrex, which we have not seen in the previous ones. A good angle for Forsaken, but he can't win the duel.
You would have thought Forsaken would have taken that, but really good reactions there from Carpe. Mindfreak doing some work of his own. Zeta out of the picture.
They're all stunned up. And all left alone.
Yeah, nice.
And just too much crossfire to deal with.
Lagi on fire soalnya guys, masih oke lah.
Very Paperrex-ish victory, where everything suddenly is happening
yang panas ya.
In the course of about 11 seconds.
Wah, Jing nih butuh balik nih, Jing.
And this time, you know, part of it I think is they're trying to see, is there any other movement, which agents are on which site. They don't see any of the push out, right? Something like the fault line or, you know, the very early sky smokes coming in from the Brimstone. So they say, okay, if the Killjoy setup is here, let's just push through. Because if they're only banking on the
nomor Indo nomor 1 sekarang siapa bang? Nggak tahu Cok. Nomor Indo nomor 1 dalam arti apa guys?
This is gonna be another important round here for T1. Forsaken already with the first kill, moving in, claiming A very quickly. There are no targets here to actually take, so I think the damage we've seen from this ulti is going to be all we're going to get from it. But again, it's not going to be an easy retake here for T1. And T1,
lari terus on, lari.
They're going to be economically in a pretty
ada ulti nggak? Ada
strained
jet sama. Oh, ada
position.
ulti muncin Cok.
And I love this change-up of pacing, right? They go in with the Neon, but they don't all follow suit. They actually just set up for Forsaken to do it, and then they actually bait T1 into thinking they might not push A-site.
Oh, Forsaken takes out another.
Oh, clean trades and duels coming in from Paperrex. Van all alone.
Nice.
It's hard to even play-by-play these rounds. Things are happening so fast, it's wild. The game continues to seesaw back and forth here. PRX now.
Thailand game sekarang bukan yang ulti dari nerf udah, tapi kalau kena kepala tetap sakit.
Oh, hold on. Bow. You know what that song means?
That means time out. But is it out time?
It's, yeah, hold on. Tim out. E out? Oh no, I get it. Time out.
Yeah. All right, you've solved the puzzle, Tasteless.
Time-o.
Time out.
Well, here's the thing. So T1,
gameplay orinya Paperrex nih bang, W Gaming iya. Cuman banyak counternya sekarang W Gaming kayak gitu guys. Soalnya kalau Jason yang nggak nge-kill, kalau W Gaming pakai Neon kan lari cepet banget guys. Ya kalau si Jason yang nggak nge-kill, nggak ada yang nge-trade karena Jason udah di depan duluan. Itu yang jeleknya itu doang guys.
But then the reason that was so important that they waited to entry into the site was not only does it give time for Forsaken to just safely check, right?
Beda kalau tadi sama Something kan. Something kan mainnya kan kayak slow. Kalau main yang tadi itu di apa di mana? People mainnya slow.
Because no, you know, the plan hasn't happened yet. But that means A main remains in control for Paperrex. So T1, they've got to start to guess how do we push out.
Ini bakal W Gaming lagi. Kalau W Gaming misalnya udah kebaca, Jasonnya mati, udah nggak ada yang trade pasti.
They don't have a Sky, they don't have a KO. They don't have any way to do it. I mean, same thing for Paperrex. It's just, you know, they are on the attacking side.
They're attacking right now.
Yeah, they can
and
push
with that
in.
Neon, I mean, you're able to infiltrate so fast. Things can spiral out of control very quickly.
So, I mean, T1, yeah, you look at the comms, you say, okay, Paperrex probably has the same problems on defense, so let's just try to even this first half out. But it'd be ideal for them if they can, you know, turn this into a 6-6.
Ini mulu deh spotnya. Mereka rotate.
Okay. This time, a 4-stack push over here towards Dish. And they are going to get the line set up right there, locking Munchkin and Zeta from seeing what's going on. And Forsaken with the spray just murders them.
What a slide in. He jumps over the initial spray and then actually slides beyond both players, gets two and refreshes his slide once more. And then the spike is planted again. You only have 2 members left, T1. Retake, I mean, you gotta save here and hope for a 6-6.
Oh, Forsaken gonna come around here. Bond may be in for a surprise, and he is. And he gets 2. Just wild.
Absen bang, halo Mirza.
And talk about a beautiful attack into the site, completely visually zoning out any usage of the position that we saw that T1 had set up.
Yeah, I mean, Paperrex just has absolute reads on what T1 wants to do right now, right? And Forsaken just very kind of proud of himself, saying, yeah, you know what? It wasn't about the Killjoy. I'm just back. I'm just back with my own aim. Can frag out. I mean, he put up, what was it, 422 ACS? Setting a record for himself over there on the first map. He's on his way to another amazing.
Senyumin dulu kata Jason. Wah, Jason banget lagi harum nih guys. Ayo ngincer 8 yuk, 8-4 yuk, biar enak yuk. 2-0-nya langsung yuk.
It's pretty heavily stacked, and over at the B side of things, T1 is ready to rotate back over if need be.
Okay, this was the same setup that T1 did earlier for Antenna.
Di trade kill. Itu yang maksud gue trade kill kayak gitu yang kalau nggak di trade kill sayang banget.
Vandal is lost now for T1. No one can recover that safely.
And they're going to come in. It's a chaotic moment, but Mindfreak clears it out. Carpe returns the favor. Saya play in the distance, takes Jing out. And this is not going to be an easy spike plant.
Everyone is scratched up. Divide very low, so actually the firepower not as big of an issue right now. Carpe's been saving this orbital strike for this moment. He has to use it right now to clear this lockdown. Have to use it.
Oh, almost actually gets him killed there. Is he going to be able to get the plant? He may just decide not to.
Ya kalah. Dua darahnya segitu anjing.
No, not going to work. Munchkin takes him out.
They're too low. Device too low as well. I mean, any of these weapons will take him out with a single bullet.
Because it's just important to take out anybody you can with you before you got knocked out into round 12 here.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be the last round of the half. Obviously, econ-wise,
Yeah.
Paperrex has been very rich.
Even the turret's on the hunt right now.
10 seconds left.
So Divide just, you know, we can see him kind of smiling. They're like, haha, turret, very funny.
Semangat terus bang, live stream biar kita bisa main terus di jam sahur. Siap, siap.
Over, the free ult Saya player, by the way, which is why he's hiding.
Ya.
Yep. Wall bang. Goodbye. 5-6. It's been so
6-6 sih ya nih kayaknya 6-6 cok.
As close as it gets.
Mereka kaya kok, bisa beli lagi. Jasa 9.000 duitnya anjir.
And then we get to see Paperrex. What's your answer to not having an info initiator on the defensive side?
Yeah, excellent round there for T1. And, you know, I'm really glad to see that T1 is playing much better here against PRX.
Nanti nggak main bang, nggak. Diganti sama BNK guys.
I'm curious to see once we get past the first half how they're going to perform when the shoe's on the other foot.
Tapi emang bisa jadi guys, ya, yang dibilang beberapa orang benar. Kalau main agresifnya gila terus,
Man, finally getting the kills that he's wanted.
kayaknya sih nggak bisa deh guys. Nggak bisa kayak misalnya lu mainnya tuh.
Crazy infiltration there. Saya play blows Jing up.
Aduh,
and they're going to have to flee this position here, running back to B.
Nyimpen strats bisa juga guys, nyimpen strats.
Yeah, the problem is Divide can't do anything until the spike is planted, because you don't know who's waiting on that A site. So it's really up to Forsaken and Mindfreak to just get this plant safely, hold the site, and wait for Divide to come after he takes out potentially Munchkin.
Right, he does get the spike planted. Stunned only for a second.
The Divide's late on the rotate. He waited for too long, played it too safe.
Push forward here. Mindfreak waits around the corner. Forsaken gets one. Munchkin takes him out.
Yeah, but no one's in position to actually stop the defuse. Mindfreak has to go back up to B tower.
Shorty out. Doesn't find a target. Might want to switch back out. Defuse starts.
Nice fight! Let's go, Davai!
Davai takes 2 out, and that's going to be
let's go, Davai. Sumpah, Davai nice banget.
Ekes out just a slight lead here as we close out the first half.
Enakan set plan tadi, iya, tapi kan lu nge-save strats tau gak sih lu? Lu kalau nggak keluarin lu something dimainin full. Nanti pas playoff udah tahu gameplaynya kayak begitu. Dibaca sama tim musuh, Cok. Nggak bisa soalnya, Cok.
You know Jing is so good at these blast pads.
Udah, menang kok ini, menang kok. Tenang aja, chill, menang.
Ready for okay. He's gonna land either right at my foot or over on stairs. If it's the showstopper, I'll get him one way or the other. And he times that just to stop the push. Unfortunately, it's not enough.
So now we go to PRX defending here on Fracture. Obviously T1 with the spike here to plant. T1 looks good. PRX still obviously slightly stronger so far, and definitely pulling through, looking a little bit more organized as we got to the end of that first half.
Yeah, I mean, I would say probably if you're T1, the only unfortunate thing is the operator was never really providing as much value from Ban. I mean, that's one of the big benefits of having Jet. You can play the operator in a bit more of a greedier way. Or you can try to with the tailwind, but man, not able to connect that to
menang ini guys, menang guys.
Any, I believe actually. So we'll see how that comes into play once.
Live stream aja berapa Bang Rio? Sampai pagi, bos.
Remember, both sides working with no info initiator. So This time, it's on Benkai, the IGL of Paperrex, or I mean, I presume now that he's back in on map 2, he is back to IGLing. But
probably.
Yeah, what's the brain power behind Paperrex to decide how do we overcome that weakness of our composition? T1, they didn't find a good answer for it on the defensive side.
Enaknya tuh kalau misalnya tim punya 2 IGL gitu guys. Di saat IGL yang satunya lagi harus diganti dulu, jadi bisa coy. Sangat terus strategi si Dava tadi misalnya guys gitu.
It's gonna be a very interesting.
Per second one tap bro, anjay. Paperrex semua tuh betul Paperrex guys. Selalu Bang Rio, amin. Amin Mirza, makasih ya Mirza ya.
Right now Paperrex 1-1 in the overall group stage here.
Defending ya, defendingnya push tuh kan dia nge-push nih cok. Ini kayaknya kalah guys, pistolnya kalah nih. Lihat dari komposisi lihat di atas kiri. Lihat. Mereka nge-push dropnya 3 orang. Kalau gagal kan mereka masuk side nih. Kayak player sama race.
For the group stage, right? Their overall record as they try to get their ranking positions for the playoffs. Only 6 teams will make it there after a couple weeks of round robin play. So Paperrex again, heavier stacks and then push out, which is traditionally the way you play defense on Fracture. I mean, T1 was trying to play this Fracture defense like they would play Pearl. Kind of bit them in the butt there. Paperrex this time they just empty out A site and say just keep control of antenna and our spawn, and we'll regroup.
Aduh, ini yang gue bilang nih
Little
anjing.
ahead of his teammates there.
Yeah. Fight the shot there. They're going to smoke out the A site. And the spike, a little bit of a hiccup there, but it is going to be planted.
Ban actually, he's trying to greed for more area. Oh!
Nice.
Nicely done. Bankai returns the favor.
Dan always good for a couple kills here on the pistols. He's had quite a few highlights actually on pistol rounds. Now the flank coming in.
Mindfreak gonna push up here. Very tucked away. T1 is ready for this engagement.
Nice!
Yeah, just covering their entrance here from main. And then it's Benkai. Benkai actually...
Nice!
What? Twirls around Carpe's shots.
It was like an ice skating move, like he did a 360 triple axle.
Yeah.
And then landed and killed him.
We've seen RB do it several times on different agents, but that we always say, oh, it's because he plays the neon so much. It's so, second nature to him. But we saw it this time. Benkai says I can do it too.
We that from his perspective.
Surely we see it. Oh, maybe not, because we actually missed
Mindfreak lagi panas, cok. Mindfreak lagi panas, cok. Lu liat dah. Lu liat Mindfreak, cok. Mindfreak lagi panas, coy.
Well, I don't even... Oh, my gosh. All right, so it's now 8-5 here. And likely to be a 9-5 unless T1 really can pull off a miracle.
So, even with the plant, no force here. I mean, it's not a huge disparity on scoreline, so I don't blame them on the side of T1. Zeta, I think, hoping that he can still create a
Duh,
double
masih
angle.
ngepick tuh. Jason begitu, Jo. Gak pernah mau puas, anjir.
Can they recover this gun? It's right in the middle of the site. Devi's trying to not give away this weapon upgrade.
Yeah, beautifully done, Devi, with the cover, causing an overextension there from T1. They're not able to farm out the weapons from earlier.
The turret, the bane of Munchkin. Well, he's trapped.
Nice.
Nicely done by Jing. T1. This round 3, so important. It's going to be the big rifle buy.
Oh, they absolutely.
Untung top frag lu, Son.
I mean, in all sense of momentum, of morale, of econ, game theory, everything, this round has now been more important than ever.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
Paperrex much calmer in their comms as well, I've noticed, than some previous matches we've seen from them. Oftentimes they're always kind of joking and yelling and hollering, but
kalau misalnya orang yang biasanya sabar tuh dengan kill 1 deh, cabut. Ada info di situ udah. Pindah tempat, cari posisi baru, biasa gitu guys. Cuman si Jason ngepick lagi. Aron lagi wangi tuh Bang, iya Aron lagi wangi.
Now again, if T1 gets a little bit too loose with the time here, it's going to be hard to actually get the plant. There's a very heavy stack over here on the B.
Oh, this is their own take on this setup, right? The turret spots it in the fault line, but they do get stopped.
This is wild. Look at this like tug of war over here.
Oh, an excellent
Nice.
to capture that. T1 eventually wins this out. Now, it is important that they don't lose any more weapons, right? They invested a lot into this round. If they drop another rifle, they will have to start on their back foot. in round 5 or in round 16 rather the next round.
There.
He knows that Carpe is just around there. We try to flush him out. Dude, the teamwork is wild. They know exactly.
Gila kombonya masih main free bagus banget, Cok.
And try to get some kind of a setup. Can he force this?
I mean, he has a molly as well. He has to try for this. He has nothing to lose, right? I mean, you're just trying to do damage against T1.
He should know Munchkin is in hell right now.
He absolutely knows, and he's just trying to isolate these 1v1.
Dude, nice try.
Munchkin too good. Beautifully done. Close round, and you know, you were talking about this earlier, William, but yeah, you don't want to drop that many rifles. It's great to win the round, but you don't have a lot of the assets that let you win that round 3 as you go into round 4. Or I should say, round 4 of the second half.
Yeah, and we just saw it on the buy screen there. That means they're going to be starting on their half armors here just to buy up.
Good.
But yeah, I mean, they'll take what they can get, right, just to climb.
Gila, Ron top frag nih, bos. Smoker top frag nih, bos.
Same with Mindfreak, actually, both Brimstones vying for an ult orb here, and looks like that's the setup here for Paperrex, right? Push out from Arcade. Jing's actually just going to full commit to this.
Apa dah?
Whoa, Jing gets rocked. Zeta escapes on the zip line. And they're going to just try to tuck right into B. The weapon was not out. Bankai with a punish on the band and extends that over.
Oh, and the orbital land as well, or the orbital strike. Oh, I mean, what a good start to the round for Paper. Oh, and Forsaken gets out for free as well. Now they know where he's at.
Yeah.
Oh, Forsaken's just teasing
him.
No.
It's like the Jaws music is playing right now.
Oh my God! 2 knife kills in 1 match! Paperrex!
That was sick.
Really giving it to T1, telling them to sit down.
I can't believe it. Stayed exactly out of that cone of vision perfectly.
Yeah, how does he do it?
I and so many other players in the world, I'm chicken out. Right? I don't want to cost the team this and draw the gun.
Dibegal mulu 2 kali, Cok.
Well, Paperrex, I mean, they're doing all sorts of damage to T1 right now, right? Putting a loss potentially on their record of the round robin
Jason,
stage.
itu bukan Jason, Davai, Cok.
Damage in both map 1 and 2 with these knife kills. The aces from Forsaken.
Nice banget, Ben.
Continue their spree.
Ada ulti, Ben. Jangan, Ben.
The entry over there. They're going to force their way in. And it looks like PRX is going to back off.
Gila kombonya, bro, depan belakang lo lihat. Ini baru Paperrex rapi banget guys mainnya, guys.
But you see this round, right?
So good.
Rapi banget, Cok. Lihat atas bawah
Let's talk about this round
itu
as it
baru
wraps
kayak
up,
gitu, Cok.
right? Because most likely Munchkin, dies right away. The fact that they use this aggressive rolling thunder, it seems very Paperrex-esque. Like, okay, you're winning this round anyway, why are you using this? But it's used because that way they can clear Arcade, but then the enemies actually have to go through a smoke where they're just going to get caught by Mindfreak. It's all intentionally set up, and this is how this team got to the Grand Finals of Masters Copenhagen. It is so refreshing to see them do this again.
Even here, we have the Boombot that forced the position to be given away, and then they just sprayed him down on the other side. And what are we at now? It's
Wangi.
6, thank you.
A much-needed timeout.
Right. Uh-oh.
A lot.
Get those deep beats out. We're taking a timeout. The scary music.
The scary music.
Yeah.
It's.
MPL apa kabar? MPL guys, MPL guys. MPL apa kabar guys? Macan.
You're much more of an actual human than I am, because I was just thinking like these are like those save rooms for the big boss in a game.
Tidur enak nih gue nih.
Music starts playing, you're like, okay.
This is the kind of music that plays in an arcade where you're fighting the final boss, but you've died and you got to put more quarters in.
Yeah, so the save room is there, but you actually don't have any more of those like tokens to
Bang,
save.
aku spicy dong. Aku aja nggak kenal Om Bayu.
It's like 25 cents to continue. You're like, Dad,
oh yeah, the
give
countdown.
me more quarters.
Well, T1. I mean, listen, they had a explosive start to VCT Pacific, and quite frankly, a much better start than almost anyone would have expected. I think a lot of people.
Kenalan banget nggak main bareng.
We were just surprised at how quickly it came together. But now Paperrex says, we figured out where our weaknesses are. Maybe Coach Alex was right. Maybe they just weren't being aggressive enough. I mean,
kucingnya spicy yuk Bang yuk. Ini lagi satu.
All right, so the Killjoy setup from Davai again, just to buy time, and 1 by 1. Meanwhile,
aduh.
Yeah,
hampir dapat 2 tuh. Low 2 orang low.
Out of here. They know the lockdown's coming. They're trying to just fight against this. Now T1 doing, look at their setup. It's just to protect the lockdown.
Yeah. How funny is that? Jing's gonna come, and he gets 2 opportunities and doesn't get either.
Okay, so T1 should know they can save their ultimates until the retake actually happens. Paperrex's goal is to try to draw out these ultimates before the plant happens here.
Aduh, Jing!
Not fast enough.
Nice!
Oh! The showstopper shut down!
Fire in the where? Just T1 and Munchkin. I'm sorry, Zeta and Munchkin remaining.
Enemy remaining.
Loh itu satu HP tuh.
Not much health.
It is possible. Okay. He
got
wings him.
Yeah, he's got a bolt. He's got a bolt. You just have to run. It doesn't matter if they know what's happening or not. They have 2 people, so theoretically, Paperrex, no reason to greed a kill here. I mean, Benkai will probably just peek to see if it really is a. Benkai, you're gonna go out here with 35 health? Really?
Well, I mean, it's kind of counterintuitive, but why not? Like.
Oh,
nice!
So good. That angle.
That's the 12th win.
Yeah, that angle, an off angle, just ready to pounce onto Munchkin.
Match point.
Right there. Well, it's now or never. T1 needs to go to
Orang denger lu bang, tadi pas lu dia bilang dia lagi enter performance denger lu bang, bagus dong. Nice dong.
I mean, Paperrex, they
Main freak langsung bro, headshot terus nih bro.
Hard if you're just kind of watching live matches here and there
Anjing
to
nih.
identify what is different about Paperrex. The speed seems similar.
Let's go 2-0. King 2 kali bounce strike kenapa ya bang ya? Lagi nggak performa ya sama.
A lot more once you're watching the mini map at like half speed.
Oh secret sini rematch. Masih ada playoff kok guys.
Almost zaps him from the distance here. Forsaken is on the move. The push continues on, clearing the angles. The first line of defense is Munchkin,
stuck,
and he gets roasted.
T1, they don't have any information on Arcade, so they're kind of stuck in antenna. They were hoping for Munchkin to stay alive, but now, what can they do? They just have to force this. Oh, and the spike's down on the second floor.
Oh, we're ending with some fireworks. That's it, 13-6, as PRX Paperrex goes 2-0 versus T1.
Well, your favorite dinos are back in fashion here, VCT Pacific, Paperrex, with an explosive 2-0.
Djaja
I mean, didn't take much time at all to complete this match number 2. We got to see the debut of something. We got to see Forsaken putting up insane numbers, 2 knife kills. Benkai back on stage as well for the fracture, and boy, did PRX say, no, T1, you guys might have improved.
Kita live apa guys habis ini guys?
Try to get these top spots here in the group.
Kita live apa habis ini guys?
I got chills from those knife kills, man. I can't stop thinking about how awesome it was. Talk about confidence.
Baru jam 8, MCL jam 9.
Just a week ago, you gotta consider them again here. I mean,
wah, abis ini schedule-nya apa sih guys? Ntar boleh cek dulu nggak?
Have been playing very well. I do think they actually did play pretty well, even in the 2 games they lost here today. But Paperrex knows how to turn it on, and we gotta figure out.
MCL nggak jadi kayaknya nih guys. MCL nggak jadi nggak apa-apa guys MCL guys.
Right now, I'm not sure who it's gonna be.
I mean, I gotta give it to Paperrex. They cleaned up a lot faster with the addition of something. I think that's the most important thing, right? If it was just, you know, something.
Dapetin sekarang nggak ya Warnet?
Okay, they went back to their old.
Warnet dulu kali ya. Warnet dulu deh guys. Baru MCL guys. Warnet MCL lihat guys ya.
Something I was surprised that he was on the stage so soon.
Langsung Warnet guys ya. Warnet 1 jam aja guys, oke? Ntar, sabar. Saya tahu. MCL jam 9 kan, pas kan? Kita hari ini streamnya nggak berhenti guys sampai ujung ya.
Okay, their weaknesses show. T1, if they just play very, very textbook Valorant, things should come together. But T1 actually, again, the prep, you can see it. They were preparing against the all-in style of Paperrex last week.
Wait, Warnet gue udah siap belum nih? Gue udah evaluasi kan, kayak gue mau Stardy deh, nggak tahu ya nanti ya. Kalau sempat kita deh main lagi.
You gotta love Paperrex, and it's really cool to see them, you know, take on a team like T1. I mean, Korea obviously historically has been such a powerhouse region in so many esports titles. Tactical shooters have always been one of them. But here they are reminding the world
foto bareng dulu guys.
A major threat to take this whole
nice one. Something mana something, weh. Keluar juga something dong. Gila.
That Paperrex is probably proud of is again, this roster is so deep in terms of pure mechanical
Nih, Rio Djaja
skill.
nih.
They've been together for so long, right? So,
Nih, Rio Djaja nih.
although they played with
Rio Djaja nih,
something
bro.
over on map 1, they come back with the core 5 again on Fraction. They're proving why that's so valuable.
Oke guys, thank you teman-teman semua. Sampai jumpa di Warnet Simulator ya guys. Ya, kita ketemu lagi langsung di Warnet Simulator ya guys ya. Langsung pindah aja guys, pindah streamnya pindah ya. Stream pindah guys ya. Ada Rio coy di VCT coy, oke. Absen bang. Oke, absen dulu deh guys. Emang langsung lah gas jam 8. Langsung ya guys ya. Satu. Oke, ada sebut nama. Ada Saiful, ada Cangak, ada Venia.
Like that.
Ada Spicy You.
I don't hold anyone.
Ada Michael, ada Fed, ada Andi, ada Fed,
You crazy.
ada Ardi, ada James, ada Pentom, ada Sepul,
You know what? Thank you.
ada Elang,
Thank you.
ada Ekel,
Thank you for the
ada
feedback.
aku,
Thank you.
ada aku.
Anyways,
Oke, sampai jumpa di Warnet Simulator. See you guys. Bye bye.